Hey, what up, everybody? I hope all of y'all is having a blessed and humble day. I hope all of y'all continue to have a blessed and humble day. Fuck, something got in my mouth. Yo, I want to welcome everybody to the Writers for Life. My bad. I want to welcome everybody to the Writers for Life. Brings you the Let's Talk About It podcast. It is an open panel. Whether y'all want to, come up to the panel and give y'all perspectives. Whether y'all want to, leave y'all opinions and y'all perspectives in the chat or in the comments below. Um, damn. Ooh. Katt Williams has these YouTube streets, not just YouTube streets. Yo, Katt Williams has all of social media on fire. We've been reacting to Katt Williams' interview in Club Shay Shay. Shout out to Club Shay Shay for the whole interview. We've been reacting to it, and it's crazy. For y'all to see what we talked about, y'all gotta go to the last three lives that we did. Blessings, young Riaz. Blessings, how you doing? Um, it's kind of crazy because I've been noticing how a lot of these celebrities, a lot of these comedians are backing up Kevin Hart while others are in their feelings, right? Now, I got somebody here, right? Let me see something real quick. Is it this one? Nope. That's Fazion. All right. Before we go back to reacting to the Katt Williams interview, like I said, Katt Williams has, I had to really look at all these videos to see what had Katt Williams in his bag and why he was roasting the shit out of all these comedians on social media. So let's look at the response from these comedians to this one. Let me see. Is it this one? Yep. All right. So apparently, Katt Williams has left a lot of these comedians in a bag. I think Kevin Hart, Fazion, are in they bag, in their feelings. Tiffany Haddish, shout out, blessings. Proud mixed child, how you doing? How's everybody doing this morning? What do y'all think? How do y'all feel about what Katt Williams is saying? Do y'all think that he was speaking facts? Do y'all think that he was capping? Do y'all think that he was being, sarcastic? Like, to me, he's been talking about this for years. He's been exposing the industry. And if y'all want to call Katt Williams crazy, y'all might as well call Terrence Howard crazy and everybody else that has been exposing. Because what's crazy is all Katt Williams is doing right now is backing up what Jaguar Wright has been saying, what Orlando Brown has been saying. He's basically backing up what a lot of these people have been saying. That's the crazy part. Check the chat real quick. So, like I said, before we get into the interview again, we're going to check out some of the responses from these comedians. And it's crazy, right? After Katt Williams appeared on Club Shay Shay, he really left a lot of comedians in their bag. So I didn't have the time to sit here and go into Twitter and do what this guy did. So shout out to YouTuber Forgotten Kings TV 2.0. He actually went to Twitter. I got a Twitter, and I've only been able to see a few tweets. My bad, I was gonna say twits. Like, what the fuck is a twit? Few tweets. And here we go.
Yesterday, Shannon Sharp dropped an explosive interview with Katt Williams on Club Shay Shay. And when I say explosive, I mean 10 million views in 24 hours. Listen, I don't know if you've been...
This interview exploded the internet. This interview went viral. This interview had celebrities. This interview had actors, actresses, rappers, singers, all singing. The one that shocked me was Ludacris. I'm trying to figure out why every blogger is like, yo, Ludacris really came back singing, dissing him in a rap song. I'm like, what? Yo, y'all gotta, you'll see.
Under a rock, but Katt Williams is on everyone's timeline right now
Yes,
on all
he is.
social media platforms. And listen, he got everyone's attention, rightfully so. He
Yes, he
addressed
did.
pretty much anybody and everybody. When I say anybody, everybody, I mean he name dropped Martin, Cedric the Entertainer, Kevin Hart, Jonathan Majors, Harvey Weinstein, Ludacris. I mean, the list goes on. If you haven't,
He dropped all the names. Like, I let's say when I did the last react when I was reacting on the last live to the interview, he kept saying Bernie Mac, right? But I felt like he was giving some roses to Bernie Mac, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, I'm hoping that he don't say nothing bad about Bernie Mac, because I swear to God, like, yo, I grew up watching Bernie Mac, and I love this shit out of Bernie Mac. Rest in peace. Like, may he rest in peace. Like, he is a legend. Like, out of all the comedians out there, I don't know about y'all, but me personally, Bernie Mac tops each and every one of them. To me, Cat Williams is second to Bernie Mac and anybody else. Anybody else that's funny is second to Bernie Mac. I don't know what y'all think and how y'all feel, but that's my opinion. I don't really get into celebrity gossip either, Proud Mixed Child. But when I do speak on the celebrity gossip, I'm doing it for a reason. See, my podcast, I talk to the youth a lot, right? And so what we do is we compare their situations to what we're going through. And what we do is we try to, put solutions to the table, because they got these kids in this generation thinking that the celebrities is this, celebrities is that, without realizing that the celebrities got a bigger bag. And while I'm doing it, I might as well enjoy. And if I want to throw, if I want to roast a little bit, I want to joke, I'm able to, because I got to switch it up. Y'all got to realize my podcast is about bringing awareness to the bullying. It's about bringing awareness to all the things that's happening around us when it comes to our communities and much more. Is I started off by bringing a petition to put cameras in each and every one of my schools, but I also got to switch it up a little bit. See, I can't keep on the same topic. I know this from experience. I've been on this for already. Look, man, I started back in 2018. And I started uploading the videos and stuff like that. 2019, I started doing my first lives and everything. Listen, I had to figure this out on my own. So at the end of the day, I was like, yo, I don't want to talk about celebrities. I don't want to bash them. And I definitely don't bash them. I definitely keep my word. What we do here is we compare situations, we bring solutions to the table. And if we can't bring solutions to the table, listen, you don't gotta be here. Like I tell a lot of people. I'm not saying you problem mixed child. I'm just saying like it is because you got people get bored listening to somebody say the same things over and over and over again. So we mix it up a little bit, especially it'll help out for when I do get the members only and all that. We on the road to 500. So if y'all can kindly hit that like button, because it does help a shorty get into the algorithm, right? Share the video if y'all like. Hit the like button if you like the content. If you don't, look, the dislike button is right there. You can smash that nigga too. Boom boom. It's all about clicks. But yeah, has been going viral, and when I'm done doing all this, the reaction and everything, I'll explain why it is that I am reacting. Like, and I want to thank everybody that is showing a shorty support, is rocking out with a shorty. They didn't deny Cat statements. Cat just responded with attacks, which makes what Cat said look more true, and that's a fact. That is a complete fact. For years, they've been saying that Cat Williams is crazy. For years, they've been saying Jaguar Wright is crazy. For years, they've been saying that, a lot of these people are crazy. And a lot of these kids, a lot of the youth really do look up to them. There's a lot of parents out here that, don't want to be role models, I guess, for whatever reason to their kids. And these celebrities are what these celebrities, comedians, whatever y'all want to call, is what they got their kids looking up to. They prefer for their kids to have a celebrity as a role model than for them to be an actual role model for their kids. And I'm not speaking on everybody. I'm speaking just on general. Like, if the shoe fits, like I tell a lot of people, make sure you wear that itch. Bro shocked the internet. Yes, he did shock the internet. He definitely did shock the internet, yo. Luda responded with a freestyle. Like, He trying to release an album that was funniest response from me. Yo, I swear to God, yes. I do not know where Luda or what made Luda respond with a damn fucking freestyle, but he did, yo. No jokes aside. We're gonna get to that. But I want y'all to see, right? A lot of these comedians did not respond with a video. A lot of them responded through Twitter. And since a lot of people don't got Twitter and a lot of people don't watch a lot of podcasters and stuff like that, yo, hey, look, listen to what he's got to say. He actually took the time and got all the tweets and put this John together.
Seeing this interview, do yourself a favor, head over to Club Shay Shay and watch the full interview, man. Already starting the year off strong with the best interview of the year in the first week. Shout out to Shannon Sharp. Like I said, 10 million in
Yes, facts. Shout out to Club Shay Shay, to Shannon Sharp. I didn't know that that was Shannon Sharp. Like, mind you, I didn't watch his podcasts before, so this is kind of my first time really watching Shannon Sharp's podcast in reality, like really watching it, seeing clips and stuff like that on the shorts and stuff. But you know, him interviewing different people. But I didn't know that was Shannon Sharp. So I don't listen. I don't watch sports like that. I just hear people talk about it. So that's why I don't really get into the sports at all because I don't know crap about sports except for what I hear people say. But when it comes to this, yo, I be watching this shit like I'm able to give my opinion. Let me give my perspective, yo. This is crazy, and I want the youth to understand: celebrities have the same type of life that we have. They just carry a bigger bag, and some of them don't even got a bag. They just faking it to make it.
24 hours. That's crazy. It goes to show that Cat Williams, he definitely has impact when it comes to the culture. And everyone is tuned in to hear what Cat has to say. So today we got a list of comedians reacting to Cat Williams' explosive interview. Yes, when I say we got a list of comedians, we talking some of your favorites, man. So let's get right into some of these reactions from some of your favorite comedians. First up, we're gonna go with Kevin Hart because he started off early this morning via Twitter, responding to Cat Williams with his post that reads, "Gotta get that anger up out your champ. It's honest."
Kevin Hart didn't just respond through a tweet. I think he also spoke on one of them little sports channels, which I will also show y'all the clip for those that have not seen it, just in case. But we will be seeing the clip, all right? But this is crazy, yo. Gotta get that anger up out y'all, champ. It's honestly sad. In the meantime, please enjoy. Yo, he was trying to be like, I don't know. I don't think you could really win this one because you didn't even, Kevin Hart didn't even outlie Cat Williams. Is the crazy part. He didn't. Like, and what's crazy is Cat Williams was just reacting to what Kevin Hart said on I forgot what was it, the Breakfast Club? I'm not sure. We're about to see in a minute after we're done seeing all the tweets from all these comedians that Cat Williams got in a bag.
Sad. In the meantime, please enjoy my movie trailer to my next film, Lift, which will be dropping on Netflix in 8 days. There is a moment in the trailer where Goose says, "They really love you." I know now she's talking about Cat. Laughing emoji. Mark your calendars, world. This one is special.
Yo, you ain't lying, no problem, Miss Child. That's true, and I said it like I said before. I ain't trying to offend nobody, but to me, Bernie Mac, may he rest in peace, is always going to be number one. He tops all of them. Like in reality, there should have been only one king of comedy. But hey,
Next up, we got Tiffany Haddish. She responded in one of the posts on IG. Her comment says, "I am not mad. I just wish he would get his facts right about me. Dang."
yo, Tiffany Haddish has been butthurt about what Cat Williams has been saying about her for the longest. And what's crazy is, Tiffany, you're only making it seem like it's true what he's saying. A lot of y'all fake it to make it.
I guess I will send him a reminder text. But are we sure that it's Cat Williams? He looks a lot like Charleston White. Next up, comedian Gary Owen. He said, "I watched."
This is another comedian. A lot of people say he's funny. I don't see his jokes to be funny. Now, he is good at the movies and stuff like that. And you know, when they playing around and stuff like that, but He's not as funny as everybody makes him to be. But maybe that's me.
Watched the Cat Williams interview on Shannon Sharp, and I still don't know if I was getting respected or disrespected. I kept going, wait, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Gary would then respond to a fan via Twitter saying, my mouth and booty hole have never been violated, so there's that. Michael Blackson also.
That's crazy because then that shows that Cat Williams wasn't lying. Because Cat Williams didn't say that Gary Owens, was a part of the Illuminati. Gary Owens just got confused. And, it's crazy. Another YouTuber kind of like, no. He's kind of like, it's crazy. It's showing. Michael Blackson got in his feelings too. I don't know if y'all think that Michael Blackson is funny or not. To me, he's not really that funny. He just makes some good punchlines. He makes some funny punchlines. Cat Williams is a very smart midget nigga. He took shots at the top 10 comedians alive today so we can all respond and make him relevant again.
Also responded to Cat Williams saying, Cat Williams is a very smart midget nigga. He took shots at the top 10 comedians alive today so we can all respond and make him relevant again. Brandon T. Jackson responded to Cat Williams' comments about Big Mama's house saying,
but it's true, yo. Even Brandon T. Jackson, like, was it him or is it the other bull? I think they all listen, man. Cat Williams ain't lie. I want the young men to understand, yo, like to make it up there, to become somebody. You don't have to sell your soul. You don't have to sit here and put on a dress. You don't have to be a rapper to make it up there. Like you can be who you want to be. And what's crazy is that in this interview with Cat Williams, he says it. Like, you may hate him, you may love him, but if you read in between the lines, he was giving messages, he was exposing, but in between, he was also letting y'all know what's the point of selling y'all soul for what when y'all can do it this way. Like, everybody keeps thinking you got to sit here and be a cult. You got to sit here and do this to make all this money, act a fool, act a clown. When, listen, it's only two sides. It's the side of God and it's the side of evil. It's two battles. That's the battle we fight, and it's the evil battle. But y'all want to sit here and bow down to it.
no matter what they say, the Most High put me where I am, period. Never did nothing strange for a piece of change. Hashtag no casting couch. The legendary George Wallace responded saying, just want to take a moment to apologize for anything I've ever said or done or thought about saying or doing to Cat Williams or to anyone Cat has ever.
Yo, the legendary George Wallace said, I don't want no smoke with Cat Williams. He said, yo, look at my ashtray. I ain't got nothing left. No smoke. No smoke.
Known and whatnot. Listen, no one wants smoke with Cat right now, man. Like I said, a lot of people are giving their reaction. Even Joe Rogan moments ago responded saying, listen, I love Cat. He's one of my favorite comics and I love to have him on. We talk about him all the time, and if he's down, I'll make it happen. Comedian Faison Love, he been sending shots at Cat Williams all day via IG.
Cat Williams got Faison Love in his bag. And you know what's crazy? That's how it is out here in the real world, right? When people tell the truth to people and they get exposed, those people get in their bags and they try throwing shots after shots after shots. And what's crazy is when you're telling the truth, no weapons thrown at you. Like, yo, you could beat all that. You could fight that war. It's a war. I mean, a battle that could be won. Like, you could really fight that battle.
Posting, old clips of Cat Williams and some of the most wildest moments he's had over, the years with his career. Yeah, it's obvious, man. This interview has struck a nerve in some of your favorite comedians. That's obvious. And of course,
well, Faison's never been funny to me. I don't know why people think that he's funny, but to me, I don't know. His little bald-headed, roly-poly ass is not funny to me. The only thing that's gonna make it funny is when his little roly-poly ass roll down the fucking stage one day. Like, real shit. Like, he's not funny. Some of his jokes be like out of pocket, but maybe I'm wrong.
Even if you weren't offended, man, a lot of people just entertain because this is definitely a classic interview. And I also think Faison did an interview with Art of Dialogue earlier today, giving his exclusive response to Cat Williams. I seen the title. It says something like, he called Cat Williams the most overrated comedian of all time. Look, my man, he posted a 911 call to Cat Williams. Like I said, he going at it with Cat today, man. So y'all check out his response to Cat Williams.
I'm gonna show y'all that
Also,
in a little
comedian
bit.
Ali Sadiq posted this video. He said he want to step in the ring with Cat Williams.
Oh
Yes,
shit!
you heard that correctly. He said he want to throw the hands with Cat in the ring for charity.
Y'all imagine that man in the ring with Cat Williams. That'll be crazy. How you get offended to the point where you just want to sit here and actually bring somebody to the ring? Damn, the truth hit that hard that you want to sit here and throw punches back? Shit. But that's how it be in real life, though.
Charity. As you see here on the screen, the post reads, don't say anything until Cat Williams invites Ali Sadiq to this hallway or ring. Don't say shit until you say something to me. Remember the unknown, brother. I am not a 12-year-old boy or a woman. What up? Proceeds can go to a literacy program. Oh yeah, Steve Harvey. Tell him to catch me out in the ring or the streets. Let's work it out. You can have all the money. You're going to need it because if you accept the ring or the hallway, you will be on a slow drip after either incident, so you can have the money. Comedian Red Grant, who is also one of Cat Williams' closest friends, he responded via IG with a post that reads, thanks, Cat Williams, for letting people know it's truth over white lies. My campaign is based on the truth to expose the political lies. We have to hold our political leaders accountable until they tell the truth, until it becomes a part of their.
And that's a fact. A lot of people sit here and say, I'm going to expose this, I'm going to expose that, and they get backed up because they scared of, I don't know what people get scared of. There's nothing to be scared of. It's like when I was sitting here and I started fighting the school system. Oh, you need to watch it back. You're going to become a target. The teachers union, the teachers. Listen, man, there's a lot of good teachers out there. You know what's crazy? I'm going to be very honest with y'all. I kept fighting until I noticed that a lot of teachers were also on my side. I thought that a lot of these teachers wasn't shit. But you know what? No, there are some real good teachers out here. So for those of y'all that be like, oh no, man, ain't nothing gonna happen. Yes, it is. We just gotta keep fighting and not quit. A lot of y'all quit. A lot of y'all give up. And that's the thing right here. You can't be a leader if you're quitting. You can't be a leader if you're disrespectful. You can't be a leader if you're selfish. Being a leader means that you're sitting here, you're giving because you want to. You're guiding people to, to the right path. You're giving them everything that they need, the resources. Like, for example, I'm a block captain and I'm a leader of my community. And my job is to bring the resources that are needed. My job is to fight and speak up. And that's exactly what I do. But when there's certain fights, like when I say, look, listen, here's a fight that needs to be backed up by y'all, but y'all want to sit here and be like, but what if? There's no but what ifs. If you want change and you want a difference, you want to make a difference, you have to get your little lazy ass up off that couch. Real shit. Get off that couch and ask. Demand it. Don't ask, demand it. You got to demand it. And you know what's crazy? What I am saying is exactly what Cat Williams is saying about them. He said, I came into this saying that I'm going to expose everybody. And that's exactly what he did. I came on here saying, listen, I'm going to try to reunite all the parents and I'm going to show y'all that we can make a difference. And little by little, I'm doing it. Little by little, there are people right here doing exactly the same thing that I am doing. Little by little, I am finding leaders, not followers. Leaders. That's the crazy part. See, we've been brainwashed. That's why right here I wanted to play this interview on my podcast. The simple reason I wanted to play this interview was because a lot of the youth watches me. And I want them to understand, listen, man, you can do it. Stop thinking that, oh, you got to be a rapper, you got to be a drug dealer, you got to be what these songs are telling you, what this music is telling you, or what you're hearing, or what you're seeing in these movies. No. You don't have to be a rapper. You could be anything you want to be. Anything. It's a matter of how you bring yourself out here. It's a matter of how you do it. It's not what you do. It's what you say. It's not how you do it. It's how I almost, damn, I was going, but listen, man, y'all get my point because a lot of these kids have been misguided. And what's crazy is they do look up to a lot of these celebrities. People be like, you shouting out Ice Cube, you sending him prayers. He don't need them. But this man out here exposing everything. But y'all want to sit here and y'all want to bring y'all kids out there thinking, yo, you gotta be a movie star. Yo, let me send you out here to Hollywood, though, and see which one of these motherfuckers out here can sit here and just manage my child. And I'm at home just sitting here, you know, how can I say it? Enjoying the benefits of what my child is out here doing. Basically, you're selling your child. That's all you're doing. You're selling your child. Because a parent will be here, I'm gonna be my child's manager. No, y'all don't. And what's crazy is throughout this interview, Cat Williams explains it. A lot of these people in their bag. He spoke about Diddy. He spoke about a lot of them. And I think Diddy responded back. I'm not sure. A lot of them responded. So blessings, realist. Blessings, how you doing? That's a fact. That's a fact. And that's a fact. There's a reason why um Cat Williams has a lot of these people in their bags. Like the truth hurts. The truth hurts. And in reality, when you come out here and you face somebody with the truth, they're gonna get the same way. They're gonna get so butthurt to the point where they're gonna try to bring you down. They're gonna try to discredit you. It's crazy.
Nature. Purpose over popularity. Hashtag Grant at large. All right. Now, again, that was a list of comedians reacting to Cat Williams' explosive interview on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp. Like
Blessings, young Riaz. How you doing?
I'm doing good though. You're totally right. But you know what the other thing is though? You know, you have those parents though who are their kids' managers, but instead of looking out for their child's best interest, they're in it for their own thing. So basically, over controlling. So you have some parents who are like who are involved in everything, but instead of like doing the right thing, they're doing it for their own benefit. You know, like basically selfishness.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Uh, Proud makes child. I hope you have a blessed and humble day today. I hope you have a good day. You're gonna wait. It says gotta get the day started. Stay safe and blessed and take care. Peace to the chat. All right, blessings. I hope you have a Proud makes child. I hope you have a blessed and humble day today. Take care. Take care. Blessings your way. My bad, young Rios.
No, it's okay. I understand though.
But yeah, young Rios is on point right now. But let's keep listening. Let's keep watching because it's about, you know, I'm gonna react to everything that's being said. I'm gonna give my
Right.
opinion. So you're more than welcome to do it too. Just let me know.
Okay,
So
I'm probably gonna say his brother, he's right to be honest. Cat is right though. Like basically exposing all them people and stuff like that. And it's the illusion of, the success that makes us attracted to them.
that's a fact. And it's 2024. And I said this before 2024. I said, listen, man, there's a change in the atmosphere. Like, you know how people got resolutions and all that. I stopped doing that. I've been stopped doing that so many years ago for the fact
Right.
you make plans and it never happens. So I just started
I
going with the
agree
flow.
to you. I was gonna say that's why I don't set resolutions, just because I know I'm not gonna do it, and then someone's gonna say that mindset you never achieve it. That's not the point. The point is, look, if you plan something, it won't go. You gotta learn not everything goes your way. So that's why I plan, but I don't always plan. I just let things happen, let it naturally go. When I things let things naturally go and push along the way, and when I do that it will be easier to achieve something that I want to achieve.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And another thing is that, like I tell my kids, and I preach it every day, tomorrow is never promised. So you never know what's going to happen in the future. So my thing is get it done today. Do what you got to do. Get up and do it. Because you can sit here and say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to do this. But you got to realize we're supposed to be blessed for even breathing. Every morning we wake up, we're supposed to be blessed. And a lot of people are not grateful for waking up to see another day. And that's the crazy part. So tomorrow's never promised. You keep saying, oh, the future this, the future that, but you fail to realize bullets have no names. Arguments happen out of nowhere. Mistakes happen out of nowhere. And people do not know how to sit here and take a minute and analyze, think
Right.
things through before they do it. So
Mm-hmm.
my biggest
I agree with you and I support him, but then also I support Dave Chappelle as well because like Dave Chappelle and everything and what he's been saying as well, that
Mhm.
he's on point with that. So that's why I stand with him.
Although even trials that expose the internet too. But like I tell people, you gotta stand for something and fall for nothing. I give it to Dave Chappelle. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. But here's where Dave Chappelle messed me up at. Dave Chappelle ended up, how can I say it, apologizing to the industry for exposing. Compared to Cat Williams, Ice Cube, and these people that I'm mentioning right now, they stood up and they have not apologized for what they
Mm.
said.
Okay, you have a point though, and I kind of get that though.
You're supposed to stand for, you're supposed to stand for something and fall for nothing. But let's keep listening.
Like I said, it's been a Cat Williams takeover for the past 24 hours. The way the timeline is looking, I'm sure this will carry well over into the weekend. But like I said, man,
All right. So those were just some of the tweets that from some of the comedians that felt some type of way about Cat Williams. Now I'm gonna start showing y'all the responses, right? And we're gonna start off with Kevin Hart. Where is he at? Oh snap! Kevin Hart appeared first over there, but he's not the first one. All right, this is crazy. How one person can have so many people and they feelings. I would be here in real life though. Y'all gotta realize that. Y'all seen it on YouTube. You see how these bloggers go back and forth, the beef, the drama, the bullshit.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So okay, here's the video. Kevin Hart responds back to somebody that asked him a question about what Cat Williams said. Kevin Hart dropped some known facts on Cat Williams. Is it this one? Let me see. Because there's two of them on here. Let me see. Oh, it's gonna take me to Instagram. Hold on one second. Let me do this right. No. I hate when you got something set up and it messes you up like that. Yo, that'd be the worst. I ain't signing up to shit. Where was it? I don't want to view it on Instagram. I was supposed to watch it here. Let me see.
Another fun fact about the New York Knicks. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Cat Williams bought the Knicks.
He definitely bought it.
He bought the Knicks,
Yeah.
and it's rumored that he took the Knicks back, returned them with a receipt.
You can do that. You didn't know.
Yeah, so he's giving props here to Cat Williams, and he didn't deny the fact.
It's up to us to defend the right to vote and defend our very democracy.
Oh, yeah. I hate when that happens. I can't even mute that commercial.
Text now to protect our right to vote and have that vote counted.
Oh, I could pause it though. Shit. I'm looking for
this job. I don't know if it's.
Is it here? It's a response.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a stand.
All right, yeah, but I'm looking for Kevin Hart's response. I'll be an asshole.
Yeah, but I mean, he has a point though. I mean, when I was younger, I didn't even know who he was. But
If there's a way.
I'm listening.
Nah, to me though, he has a point. Yeah, I didn't even know who he was before. Actually, no, like long time ago, I didn't even know who he was. He was basically
Another
unknown to
fun
me.
fact about the New York smartest kid to ever do
I
it. They kept it
started
a
doing
secret.
reviews with The Rock. That's when I started to know who he was. Before, I didn't know who he was.
Who
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart? Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
knew
didn't know
who
who Kevin.
Listen,
Yeah, when
listen, I grew up. I was a Disney baby. I was a Nickelodeon baby. I watched when they gave the Kids Awards show, like on Nickelodeon and on Disney. I was, I was there sitting down front row. I grew up watching Kevin Hart.
Okay. I mean, I know about that type of stuff, Disney and all that. I grew up in that as well, but I wasn't into Disney as much though. Not into like that. I was more into Cartoon Network and stuff like that. But I got you though. I understand what you mean in that sense. But I'm saying is for me, like knowing who for Kevin, knowing who he was, I only knew him when he did movies with The Rock. That's it.
Yeah, no, he's been out for a long time, Kevin Hart. Yeah, he's been out for a
I know.
while.
I know.
But hold on one second. Let me see if this is the.
For 48 years. They kept it a secret.
Yeah, this is it. So this is right here. This is the response from Kevin Hart. My bad if it took a minute. I hate when that happens. But I am going to be doing an upload with my opinion, my perspective on this, and I'm going to upload it to my channel later on.
Well, he was hitchhiking on side of the street at 13,
Yeah.
so they couldn't find it.
Speaking of which, Kev, you've had a busy week.
Yeah.
A tough one.
Yeah, real busy week, fellas. A real busy one.
Okay.
Oh,
John Morant coming in
to the Lakers.
Okay. I see you.
Another known fact, Katt dropped him off.
Yo, wow.
Cat
In a
just dropped
spaceship.
John Morant.
He gave him a ride.
In a spaceship.
Okay.
In a spaceship.
Copy that.
Spaceship that he parallel parked.
Known fact, Katt Williams has a NBA basketball court in his living room. He's the first to ever really.
Oh, yeah.
He's the first to embrace a true hardwood floor.
Yeah.
He bought it in his home.
Was he playing against that little boy that put him on the ground?
Another known
By
fact.
the way, he's fighting for the MMA championship.
All right, so it's not that one.
17-year-old boy that put him in the
headlock,
rear naked
right?
choke.
In a headlock, right?
But it's a known fact that Katt Williams do not breathe oxygen, so it didn't bother him.
Yeah.
Oh, copy that.
You can't choke him out.
Yeah,
That's
you
a known
can't.
fact.
Everybody knows that. It's a
He's
known fact.
92-6 in one-on-one pickup game.
Yo, what the hell?
Hey, Kev, you didn't
There
say
you go.
nothing to Katt Williams when he did a 3-hour interview talking slow yesterday. You didn't put a shot clock on him.
Well, do you entertain the circus or do you watch it, Kurt? Which one do you do?
So basically, Kevin Hart's response to Katt Williams is him calling him a clown. I don't think Katt Williams is a clown. I just think that everybody got in their bag right now. And once again, like I said, when you expose the truth about people, they get in their bags like that. Why?
Mhm.
Listen, nobody could ever explain to me why people get in their bags when the truth is right there. Like, here's my thing, right? Hold on one second. I'm gonna make sure that is all right. Yeah. Here's my thing, guys, right? If you don't want people to come at you, throw shots at you, and roast you about something, that has to do with you, watch what you say about certain people. Because the only reason that Katt Williams really came out here and, how can I say, threw shots, roasted all these comedians online was because these people said something about him previously.
Yeah.
So all Katt Williams did was speak up, stand up for himself, and in the process, say even more. And he has no filters in his mouth. He don't give a fuck. So it's kind of crazy, right? Because the reason I could say that he's not lying, listen, Ice Cube backed him up. Shout out to Ice Cube, by the way. And yo, like I tell all of y'all, I pray, like in between my prayers for my kids and everybody else that I care about, I do add a lot of people. Ice Cube is one of them. Like, we gotta pray for these people that are out here actually exposing the industry. Y'all see what happened to Michael Jackson when, he's not here no more. And I don't know what y'all think and the reason why he's not here, but it's a lot behind it.
Yeah,
And
but I guess the same with Tupac though. He
and
did Tupac
man,
did the same thing. Tupac had no filter. He said what he wanted to say. He exposed so much in a way.
yeah,
But like basically his personality, the way he said it, is that most of us though, kind of knew what you were saying, but most people just didn't notice. Like they understood what you're saying, but they didn't really understand what he's kind of
yeah.
trying to came across.
But
But
the whole point about this is like, right? They said Tupac either the industry killed him or Diddy killed him. That's why I don't speak on it. We don't really know, even though the truth is out there. You see where I'm coming from? But until the facts are not all the way out there, I can't really, give my honest opinion about it because it's crazy. But we're talking about people being exposed on the industry. Tupac didn't sit here and say, "Oh, the industry this," the Illuminati's that.
no.
Tupac just spoke his mind, and he was political.
Yeah,
You see
that's
where I'm
the
saying?
same
He was
thing.
for his
Yeah,
people.
I got you though. And
Same
the
thing. I get where you're
Godfather
coming
of
from.
Grime. Okay, the Godfather of Grime Bradley. Basically, he said a lot of things though.
Mhm.
There's a lot of the stuff he said. So much though. He had no filter. He said what he wanted to say, and industry stuff, UK stuff, and basically stuff in America. Basically, very underground stuff though. That's not really on anyone's radar. Basically, but he had said a lot of things though.
And these
And
men,
by the time he said something, he had like allegations of anti-Semitism, and that got him blacklisted.
yep, and these men that sit here and expose the stuff, it get what? Look at Terrence Howard. Like right now, Terrence Howard said a lot, and people don't even realize that shit. Terrence
Yeah,
Howard backed off himself, and he
yeah,
said,
right.
like,
And now
because it's
currently, why is in Dubai? Because he did something to someone else. He assaulted someone. I guess that's his problem. And he's now on the run from the police to
who,
Dubai now. He's out of the country now. He ain't in the
who,
UK no more.
who?
His name is Wiley, the godfather of crime.
Okay. Yeah, that's a fact though. But yo, back on topic.
Okay.
Shout out to Ice Cube. And like I said, yo, may God protect, may the angels protect these men that are out here exposing the truth. It's no different than what we're doing here on social media. No different. They're doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
All Ice Cube is doing right here is backing up everything that Cat Williams said. So those that got in their bags, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, damn, you in your bags because the truth hurts. Like, just speak your truth. That's it. Don't be ashamed. People feel like, yo, I'm gonna tell my truth and it's gonna be so embarrassing. Probably somebody has done something worse than you. And the ones that judge don't need a judge because at the end of the day, you step up and stand on that rock and confess your truth to see if you're more innocent than this person.
Mm-hmm.
Throw that rock at the glass house and see if it doesn't break the same way it'll break if I throw it. I said it's like, yo, like what the fuck? Yeah. That's exactly what Cat Williams said. Only difference is, he might have probably exaggerated or been a little sarcastic, but y'all got to realize he was trying to be funny at the same time. So I'm not knocking him down for that.
Mm-hmm. I guess his kind of style is satire style. Basically, he's being raw, unfiltered satire, but he's saying truth while doing it. And that kind of like what he says, he's spitting truth, but the way he's spitting his style is kind of makes someone want to feel something.
Mm-hmm. Hey, blessings, Miss April Showers. Blessings, how you doing? Oh, blessings, Empress Lonnie One Love. How you doing? Yo, my screen is not being shared. There we go.
You actually see this happening on camera. Only reason that kind of stuff was in the movie.
So I don't think y'all was even here.
As far as specific things, Cat was 100 on a few things. Most of what he was saying, a couple things, I just want to clarify. When we bring in a new, comedian, we do have them try out for different roles. So Ricky did give Money Mike a shot. But when we saw him and, we kind of saw how he moved and how he was, auditioning, we decided that he would be a better, Santa Claus, which was, to me, the perfect casting. When we saw Mike, damn, I call him Money Mike. When we saw Katt, when I saw him, I just knew that he was perfect for Money Mike. And Katt, said he wrote his role, which, the role was written, but he enhanced it. This is why Katt was so dope in the movie. Money Mike had a small role, about as big as the Santa Claus role, but when we start filming, he was giving us such magic that we kept expanding his role. Second thing I want to clear up, I would never shoot a rape scene in a movie, especially like Friday, where you actually see this happening on camera. Only reason that kind of stuff was in the movie is because you have 3 villains in Friday After Next. You have Santa Claus still in presence. You have Damon, just got out of prison, sweating Craig and Day for the rent money. And then you have Money Mike, a pimp that treats his woman, like a property. We already had Craig fighting Santa Claus, and the only real way to get rid of the other 2 villains was to have them go against each other. And the plier joke was always in the script. It was never, we would never ever show that. That's not my style if you look at any of my movies. And so, that was, to me, a little discrepancy there.
That's wrong.
Katt, he wrote a lot of his part because, like I said, he was giving us jewels, so we were keeping the camera rolling. He was coming off the dome. He was coming prepared every day to steal the show. That was his mission.
Okay, I'm here.
Whatever's heavy on my heart is always on my mind. Like Snoop's cannabis shredder, I'm always on my grind. They throwing shade because niggas could never take my shine. I bring my watch collection on my jet. Let me take my time. Like fine wine, I'm aging like Benjamin. Top 5, I'm worth mentioning. Bring me rappers, I'm lynching them. See the pendulum swing, Jesus with diamond thorns. Ludicrous, swaddled in Gucci linens when I was born. Never been Illuminati, only Illuminati. And I only left with just been coming from any party. Now I'm married with kids, the evolution of life. Never been a clout chaser, never say shit for likes. R.I.P. John Singleton. You never have to flex when you earn every one of your Fast and Furious checks. Afro with the sideburns. Yeah, that's my signature. Addictions on the rise. Comedians check your temperature.
There's a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us, we were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person they said was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened.
Whatever's heavy on my heart is always on my mind.
thank y'all for this opportunity, Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Let's just get into this. The whole internet going crazy. Comments that Cat Williams made. But if I can't speak on behalf of the other comedians, but only I can speak for is myself. Cat made some comments on Shannon Sharp's show about when I was on Shannon Sharp was telling him the story of some of the behind the scenes from Friday After Next. Let's start with that. When I went out there, let's just go back. In 2000, I was the host of BET Comic View and in the season 2004. I also worked on this show called Live from LA. That was my first job with BET. And that's where I met Ice Cube, if I'm not mistaken. And Ice Cube was like, man, hey, man, I like your work. I want to do some stuff with you. I want to put you in some movies. And Ice Cube started putting me in movies, which really helped my career. I was in All About the Benjamins, but of course, when they changed the ending of it, that part didn't make any sense. But then he put me in Friday After Next. And just for clarification, I went out to audition for Friday After Next as Money Mike, not the Santa Claus. And that is the honest God truth. I had no reason to go on there and to go on Shannon Sharp's show and lie about any of that. That's what I auditioned for. Was Money Mike, and I guess the producers, Cube, and everybody saw something different. And I think that Money Mike character, Special K, was going to come off as kind of like
just one of a guy who was hanging around in the strip mall who was just kind of being annoying and almost like a crackhead type of character that was
right.
Just,
so Cat, I guess when Cat Williams did it, they added the whole pimp twist to that character, which was actually a better decision and made it funnier. Cause ain't no way in the hell I could have executed that role like that. And I'm glad that they made that decision and they put me in a Santa Claus role, which was actually perfect. So when I got back to LA, they said, hey, your role has changed. You're gonna be the Santa Claus. And here's the Santa Claus suit. Put it on, and here's your lines. Sat in the trailer, went over the lines, went over my stuff with Cube, and the rest is history. Had no reason. I just want to clarify that. Had no reason to lie. About that. As a matter of fact, my manager at the time, Gary Abdo, who is still one of my best friends, who also helped start my career, and he's the owner of the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Atlanta. We got him on the phone. Just to clarify, Gary Abdo, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm good, man. Just for clarification, you was my manager at the time. We went to LA together for the audition. Cube wanted to see us. What is your version?
Yeah, well, we're old, and that was 23 years ago. So, our memories are what our memories are. You went out, you auditioned, they wanted you to play Money Mike. That was the sides that they had sent. The sides are the portion of the script for the part they want you to play. Those were the sides they sent. That was the audition you did. They said, great, we want you to play this role. My recollection is you had to go back and read for the execs from the studio one final time. And the night before that, we got different sides, and they said, no, we want you to play this role. And we didn't understand it. We really were under the impression well, you had the role as Money Mike, but then all of a sudden they switched it up. Now we understand why. Katt came in, blew them away. He's an incredible performer. That was probably one of the most iconic breakout parts in movie history. I mean, that was literally Katt's first movie. Friday was not Chris Tucker's first movie. Next Friday was not Mike Epps' first movie. For that to have been Katt Williams' first movie, and he exploded. I mean, that literally made him an iconic touring comedian, one of the biggest to do it in this generation. And, the rest, as they say, was history. But yeah, absolutely, without a doubt, you were auditioning for Money Mike.
Chimp Williams. Chimp Williams. It's hard to address lunacy and hypocrisy and downright ignorance. But it's so funny how many people think this dumb, stupid mother is spitting truth. But that's the internet, I guess. You guys want to believe in something so bad. I guess you left God and now you believe in chimps like this nigga who's an actor. Actual chimp, and you're not listening to what he's saying. He's actually calling for help. None of the he says lines up with nothing. He runs a Ford something sub. This is where he tells on himself. He took a tractor trailer after stopping in a tractor trailer lot, a truck stop, and aborted that truck and went to Miami. He rode in the back of that truck with a stranger. Now, back then they had a saying, grass or gas. Nobody rides for free. Katt was giving up to ride, take that ride. Because look, a Greyhound only costs $20 to go, maybe $4. He seems to have said that before. I want to talk about that ride down to Florida where you were selling stolen radios for $2,000. And back then, the best radio you can buy is an Alpine, and they cost $253, brand new. So stolen, anybody knows who used to steal them out of cars, you can't sell them for nothing for 100, 150.
Yo, 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 it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and Katt Williams got the whole comedy industry hot right now, and the topic of discussion all over the internet. As the
Trick Daddy defends Ricky Smiley after Katt Williams' interview with Shannon Sharpe.
Hey, you know me, I'm the vigilante, right? Yeah, I'm a vigilante, right? All my life, all my career, I've been a nephew, a brother, a little cousin, a fan of Ricky Smiley.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Katt Williams, your little ass get on the Sharp Show and just get in your little bitch ass feeling and get in ways and you say all type of shit you ain't supposed to say. See, there's a lot of shit about certain rap I could say, but I know it's some shit that I shouldn't say, so I don't say it. You know, I remember when the culture was switching over, and a lot of double OGs and triple OGs and OGs to the game didn't understand it, and they were saying shit about it. But me, I eased up and I nitpick and I choose what parts of it not to understand, what part of it not to respect, and what part of it was hard to accept, right? That's when I realized nothing stays the same. Everything changes. You said some shit about the Bernie Jenkins thing. I was a fan of the Bernie Jenkins before that movie even came out. You said some slick shit about me in one of your stand-up, you was being sarcastic. Saying that if Trick Daddy can own a restaurant, you can do anything. Well, you bull looking ass. Keep my name out your mouth. I'm not no comedian. I'm a street first, okay? Keep my name out your mouth, bitch ass. Keep Ricky Smiley name out your mouth. Keep all OG's name out your mouth. If you don't like a person, you don't
Sorry, I don't think you have any sound. No sound. You think you're on mute. Okay,
Hold on.
that's better. I hear you now.
But did the people in the chat hear me?
No, I don't think so. No, I think they hear you now. But what I meant to say was before when you were saying they did not hear you.
I gotta check. I gotta make sure because unless they let me know in the comment section, I'm not want to know. So hold on 1 second. But for those of y'all that didn't hear me, like I said, listen, man, I love Trick Daddy music, but I kind of lost respect for Trick Daddy when he came on TV and said all that stuff. Like, you can't call yourself an OG no more, Trick Daddy, because all the OGs that, that I've been around that have, taken me under their wing, each and every one of them said it's not okay for a man to get his booty played with. Okay. So, Trick Daddy, like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to say this, and I don't want to offend no females that love Trick Daddy. So listen, man. He did this. Like, even Trina was like, "What the fuck you just say, nigga?" Like, yeah, you said that shit. You like, and what's crazy is like,
wait, what?
Yeah, well, you don't know what Trick Daddy said. Trick Daddy said he loves getting his ass eaten.
I've heard about that though, but I didn't know about him when I
What?
was
Listen,
there.
I was watching him and he was cooking and he was putting his meal together and Trina was there and they was talking about the love and hip hop, I think it was. And he sat here, he was talking about his ass getting eaten. I'm sitting here, I'm saying,
Okay,
like,
that's
what?
I got you though, but the thing is, I'm younger than you. So when I was younger though, I didn't know about him because I wasn't into hip hop that time. I only got into hip hop when I was 15, and I went old school. That's why.
Old school,
So I
he is
kind
old
of got.
school. He
Yeah.
is old school. He's an OG. He's one of the oldest.
I know.
Because I'm like, wait, no, Trick Daddy's
No,
been
I know
out for
about
a
him
while.
now. But I'm saying I know about him now because I've gotten into it and I think I know my thing now. But I'm saying before when I was younger, I don't think I knew him then.
Oh, you probably didn't, but a lot of us do. You're in your 30s and you don't know about Trick Daddy.
I'm not 30,
Riaz
I'm
is
about 22.
understandable. Riaz has just turned 22. Riaz is a baby. I was a baby when I hit 22. I was a baby having babies. Ain't
Yeah.
listen, and I'm not saying that to have these females all up. I'm a baby. I can have a baby. No, man, that's not cute. Like, and it's not easy. Like, if you have a baby at a young age, all right, it's understandable, but it's not okay. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I got you though. I understand that. But I've heard about that though. Basically, I've been on spaces and stuff when they were talking, when we had these conversations, they actually brought that up and I've heard about that. So when you said that, kind of like, yeah, I remember that.
Go ahead, baby. They hear you
So
now.
basically, yeah, I
Hold on, young
remember you
Riaz.
said,
Hold on, young Riaz, real quick. Go ahead, baby.
Hi.
You gotta say it louder if you want them to hear you.
Hi.
Okay. All right, I got you. Give me a minute.
oh, sorry, I forgot.
Go ahead. You can continue. My bad, young Riaz.
No, it's cool. I got you though. I understand that. I got you though. And
Oh
kind of
yeah.
right. I was like, what? When he said that, what? Are you crazy
Yeah.
though?
But yeah, Trick Daddy, you can't call yourself an OG no more. So back on topic, yeah, I was just letting Trick Daddy, no, Trick Daddy. After all the stuff you said online, I'm sorry. You gotta let a real man say that. And I hope people don't get offended when I say that. Don't let it go over your
But
head.
even if they do, you don't care.
Right?
I've told people that I didn't think you was funny. I ain't never said I didn't like you. And I'm glad I didn't never say I didn't like you because by me not thinking you were funny, I actually saw you one day and I was laughing my ass off. I was crying laughing one day. Remember that little boy put you in the headlock? I was crying and laughing that day.
For those of y'all that don't know, is when Katt Williams got into it with them little kids, and the little kid got him into a headlock. Yo, I remember that. Katt Williams was known for getting into a lot, and he ain't standing down to nobody. That shit was funny though. I'm cracking up right now because I do remember that.
Bitch ass, you scary curls, hair perm wearing ass. Stop, listen, man. Stop talking about other to be relevant in the game, the trend. Because you was trending today, and I'm going to be trending tomorrow on your bitch ass. And I'm with whatever you with.
Oh, shit.
And every.
Oh, shit. So I think Trick Daddy want to smoke with Katt Williams. I think, shit. Another one that want to get in the ring, Katt Williams, because of what he said. This is you should listen, man.
Right, but I think
Let
those
people know.
guys are already destroying him verbally anyway. And even if Cat Williams responded, he's gonna find a way to destroy him. You know, he can even go, even if he ain't going as hard in, he already beat him anyway.
Yo, how many want to see Katt Williams and Trick Daddy in the ring? Imagine that one.
The media, everybody who you told a story got more money than me and you. You on my level, bitch ass. Ha ha. The joke on you. All this is full.
Well, I don't know if Katt Williams on your level. He's probably a little higher because Katt Williams pays for his own shit. So it seems like Katt Williams got his own money and he don't need the industry money. And a lot of these people that are in the industry owe the industry. So it's crazy. Like, y'all think Kanye is fucking crazy? No, Kanye just got fed up. He should have been spoke up, in my opinion. But do I feel like he's lying? Hells no.
All of this is full.
I think there's
You ain't got no
these
churn. You
people.
ain't never tried to get
I was gonna
pregnant.
say this as well. I was gonna say, you know, them people. It's not that only. You're right, though. Actually, though, you know, them people, and they're like their net worth and everything like that's what their liquid assets, though. And that's how much their worth is. But that's not how much money they have in their account, though. There's a difference between actual assets, though, and liquid assets, though. Your liquid assets is you know, how your net worth and how much you're worth, and you know, like your worth, and that's it. And how much you're worth is not how much you have in your account. So you can be worth millions, but you don't really have that in your account. Actually, your bank, you don't.
Oh, I know what you're saying. I know that because I had to actually like Google myself and stuff, and I ain't worth shit, but my business is. I was sitting here like, oh snap! I didn't know my business was worth something. So that is kind of crazy. I understand where you're coming from, and that's true. That's a fact. For those of y'all that don't know what Riaz is talking about, you can actually Google it, and y'all will get an understanding of what young Riaz said. I would like to break it down, but it involves money, it involves numbers, and guess what? Me and numbers don't get along.
Yeah.
So let's get back on topic real quick and listen to Trick Daddy, because Trick Daddy is slurring his words, fucking up. He's throwing shots at Katt Williams.
Yeah, but to be honest, it's kind of the what he's saying is kind of making me laugh at him. Though I can't take him seriously. He just basically he's making himself look silly.
The Gray said enough. Yo, that's a fact. Yo, that's a fact. I would love to hear Nate the Gray's perspective on this, and I know damn. I didn't watch him. No, I didn't watch him yesterday. I shared his lives because I was doing something, so I have to really catch up to his whole life. I don't know if Nate spoke on it, but I know he'll have a great ass perspective on it. So if y'all haven't checked Nate the Great, make sure y'all hit his link and check him out.
Always talking about a bitch. You sit up there, you talk.
Yo, don't Trick Daddy right now remind you of the old ladies right now on YouTube that are getting in their bag? These old bats that right now in their feelings and they throwing shots at everybody on YouTube. It's a lot of them, yo. I be on different panels all over YouTube, and I'm saying, I'm like, oh, what's up? What shocks me is the men that are acting like them. And Trick Daddy, you in that category right now. He got in his bag.
Okay, all this shit about.
And what I mean by that is he's too old for this. That's why I agree with Nate the Great podcast. This is a Hollywood distraction, and y'all not seeing it.
Men and acting and comedy. Dog, you ain't funny. You're a fucking joke. Stop making fun of others. Black, we have to stop belittling our brothers and sisters to get a.
Like you doing right now, Trick Daddy. Like I'll be telling people on here on YouTube. You know what's crazy? Hold on. You can't tell me. You hear me? You can't tell people that they're belittling somebody when you're doing it, especially the ones that are standing up and speaking up for themselves. Like, you can't do that. If you're the first one that's sitting here talking shit, and then somebody comes on here and they stand up and speak up for themselves, don't get mad at the response. That's on
Yeah,
you. You brought it upon yourself. You can't get nobody to feel bad for you. And that's how I feel. I don't feel bad for the people that sat here and started shit. Because now what happens is y'all wanted beef and came across all the smoke.
Wait, I agree with you though. And also this as well though. You know, the person who calls out other people's sins is the same person who commits way more worse sins though. So basically they pretend to be innocent, but in reality they commit the worst type of sins ever though. So that's why I don't call out other people's sins until I might do, but I don't do actually. Because I know that same kind of energy will come back to me if I were to ever do that. And I ain't gonna do that, hopefully.
He said
But
hopefully. I don't think yes. He said hopefully. You're not gonna do it though. But yo,
I
I
ain't
can't
gonna
right
do it, but
now.
I'm being
Y'all
real
can't
though.
sit,
Human,
y'all,
human is human, man.
y'all can't sit here and tell me that fucking Trick Daddy don't remind you of the old ladies right now and they Yo, this is how they sound. Each and every one of them that is over 50 and is and they
The platform to get shares, to get likes, to get views, to trend. We have to stop. We gotta stop. Yo, you been to tell me. I was trying to figure out when the Sharp will have him on the show.
What's crazy is that Trick Daddy inserted himself in. You're defending another man. That was wrong. That's why I'm laughing. Like, that's why I say, yo, he reminds me of a lot of people. Here's the thing, right? When it's not your problem, right? And I learned it. I've done it. I'm not gonna sit here and say I have. I've done it before, not knowing that I've done it, but I've done it. And then when people have brought it to my attention, I sat here like, yo, my shit stinks. Like, what the fuck? I gotta get myself together. Like, I've inserted myself in a situation that I had no reason inserting myself in. You know, shame in
Right.
my game. If I'm going to speak on somebody else, I might as well speak on myself. And that's why I'm saying it, because I learned a hard lesson back then.
Me
Don't
too.
insert yourself.
I learned as well basically before I just basically the go along, get along. I've always been the way I've always been now. It's just that for me, the thing is though I did the go along, get along thing basically. I just did wherever my environment is, I just behaved how the environment was though. I ain't supposed to do it. I should be me always, but I'll confess though. I've actually kind of done that before. And however, when I got where I got, eventually that taught me not to do that anymore. Hence why wherever I go, I always tend to behave.
Yeah, but no, I've learned not to insert myself in somebody's problem because people come to you and tell you this and tell you that. And now you really going with one side of the story, right? Not knowing the full story, you've came and opened up your mouth, and which is something that women usually do. I'm sorry, is rare to see a man do it, and the men that I have seen do it is here on social media because the real men out here don't do that. Like, I'm being real honest. Only on social media I've seen shit that I have not seen men do out here. And the ones that they say have done it, I mean, I know they out there somewhere, but not around me. Like the grown men that are supposed to be grown men that got responsibilities and that I say are real men, they stand for something and fall for nothing. You see where I'm coming from? So it's kind of like why is you on here acting like me? You remind me of me when I'm in my bag and I'm just arguing with my best friend right now and I'm just throwing shots. But yeah, like that's why I'm saying it. Like a lot of people have that tendency, and sometimes we don't realize it. Sometimes we do. Like it's crazy, but when somebody draws that to your attention, don't get mad. Like all we could do is sit here and try to figure out how can we change that from how can we stop doing that because it's not cute. Like don't instigate something and then don't want somebody to say something back because you just talked about this person to defend this person. So now you have to deal and take whatever's coming back. I don't know if I'm wrong right now with what I'm saying, but I know that I'm speaking some
Agree
logic.
though. I learned as well, though. Basically, I get what you're saying because I've done that before. So when I confess what I did before, I already knew that I've done that before, but I ain't doing that now, though. Because that's just I've learned not to do it. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what made me a little cold, like because I used to think I'm like, yo, this person is going through it, let me help, and I'm sitting here backing this person up, Hells no.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like I have kind of morals and standards and stuff like that. For me, before it's because the way I was raised and stuff like that. I like to help someone out, but also I learned along the way not to do that as well now because you never know what I'll get myself into. So afterwards, when I realized that, that's when I decided to change the way I behave.
Yep, a lot of people is ungrateful. But let's get back on topic. But that's just that's a little food for thought for people because it's crazy. Like, why is it that this happens here on social media more than what it happens out here? Because people know that if y'all was to do some shit out here on the streets, that shit will get you fucked up. I'm sorry to say it. Whether you in the UK or you're here in America.
Yeah, and trust me, them UK gangsters though, they're pretty much savage. They have no mercy. I know, like in the streets, they don't have mercy, but them UK gangsters, they have no mercy.
I've heard about it. Listen, man, I've heard about the gangs from other countries, third world countries, and stuff like that. And we think we got it bad here in America. Y'all need to take a real, good look outside of our walls and
Right
see how it is
down
out
south.
here.
Yeah, in South London though, trust me, it's called like a no-go zone area. It's like they're like savage down there though, basically, like they have no mercy. Depends in which area where you go in South London and Brixton, Peckham and stuff like that. When you go there, depend on which area it is, it's like full no-go zone. They advise you not to go there because they'll rob you for stuff like that. And they don't care. They ain't gonna stop you. They're just gonna pretty much go for it. They don't care. Because they got it rough. So I get what you're saying.
So let's get back on this. Let's finish his rant so we can get on to a little bit of the interview. And today is Sunday, so I might finish the interview tonight. Okay, my bad. I was checking the message real quick. Let me press play so I could check the message.
What is he gonna be asking him? Like, what he done did? Like, I'm a true fan of comedy. If you want to know, I used to ride around, get smoking boom, riding in the big 500, paid for a paper tag. Yeah, paid for a paper tag. Titles type shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like paid for like the titles type shit. Riding around, right? Into the Ricky Smiley prank calls. And the bitch next to me, sophisticated bitch, paper tag or lease. Not saying that made me smarter than them. Just popping my shit right now. They looking like, what the f is wrong with them? I'm in the car, tears in my eyes, crying, laughing. Just because you are not one of my funniest comedians don't mean that there's somebody out there that think that my opinion is unpopular. So I've said Steve Harvey
Harvey's not
has came
funny.
a long way. I've said Kevin Hart is white funny. I said you,
yeah, Steve Harvey ain't funny
Miss
though.
Williams, I said you ain't nowhere near funny. You try. How can you try too much, too hard, and not try at the same time? That's what type of comedian you are. You don't have appearance to be a comedian. You don't have the voice. You don't have tenacity. And I know you ain't got enough heart. Because you got enough heart. Say my name, bitch ass. I'm gonna wake you up in your bed.
He said, "Say my name." This
I'm
nigga say he can't even. Yo, he said, "Say my name." You know, he Destiny's Child now. Say my name.
Ooh, yeah, but I mean, same for him anyways. Basically, he let Rick Ross basically jack his style and pretty much surpass him.
Yo, this is crazy. That's a fact though. But see, yo, guys, he just pulled a Hassan Campbell right now. And I want y'all to know when y'all do this type of shit and somebody pulls up, don't get mad. Yo, social media is going to be the death of people. This right here is a big example. He is too old for this shit. Too
Right.
old. He should
Wait,
be.
but you know, like his jabs against what you call it, Cat Williams, you can pretty much throw jabs back at him saying Rick Ross took his style, or Rick Ross stole his style. The same style basically he made. Rick Ross took it and basically surpassed him way surpassed him actually, and he's in the past though.
Yeah, Trick Daddy is kind of in the past. Trick Daddy hasn't rapped or did shit in years though. Like he's just been into like the cooking and all that. Besides that, going viral for getting his excuse my, I'm sorry, Riaz, because I said it before, I have to say it again. Going viral for getting his ass eaten out.
I got you though. I understand what you mean, but basically that's like that's kind of what you can throw back at him.
That's crazy though. But let's keep listening. Too old. Like, can y'all old people here, like, can y'all say y'all G's and stuff like that? Well, can y'all be the example of a G since y'all calling yourself OGs and all that? Can y'all be like real leaders? Like, can y'all be a good example for the youth? I don't know. I mean, am I asking for too much?
Your door, I'm gonna knock on your room door after I enter your house. I'm gonna wake your bitch ass up in your bedroom. Say my name. Say my name again, nigga. Think I'm not a comedian. I'm not one of these play ass either. What's wrong with you? Nah, I was on your bitch ass. I ain't gonna do that.
He mad as shit. All right. So that was it for Trick Daddy. So basically a lot of people got in their bag. A lot of people are on here on social media. Some are, threatening Trick Daddy. You hear me? Some of them are threatening Katt Williams. Others are just backing him up on what he said and showing you that he didn't lie. And what's crazy is more people backing him up. Yo, this is why this interview is going viral. Look at this. And it premiered January 3. It's got 1 million likes right now. This shit is past 5.6 million views. Yep. That's what's going viral. But this is where we left off the last time we was watching Katt Williams. Let's listen to a little bit more of this, and then I'm going to end my live and support who I got to support here on YouTube while I'm cleaning, cooking, and doing everything that I got to do.
Okay.
So let's listen to him, and let's see, do we get some knowledge, some wisdom? Even though, like Nate the Great podcast said, hey, look, listen, this is nothing more than just entertainment. This is not just a distraction, which is true. But what's crazy is Katt Williams right now is speaking facts about the industry. Now, everybody else throwing shots back at him, he did say they have to pretend like it never did exist.
I'm a crash out dummy if he don't send me a lifeline. Like I need something I can hold on to. Before I had left Florida, I did stand up one time because we was trying to get in the club. I didn't have ID. So I said I was a comedian. They ended up having me do 5 minutes. But I kept that in my head that I had done that. When we get to Oklahoma, they're having a competition for stand up. And if you win, you get to go out on the road with Jeff Foxworthy and Dan Whitney, who is Larry the Cable Guy, and Richard Jenny, and these great comics. You get to open for them. And once I did that, I realized, okay, as a comedian, I'm like way behind schedule. I done started this too late. All the funny guys are already funny and known names. Like, how am I going to progress? So I realized that I do better with a white audience than I do with a black audience.
Hey.
And I'm not sure why that's occurring, but the white audience likes me more. That's interesting. So when I moved to Sacramento, it's because Sacramento has a white and a black audience almost 50-50. That's almost the makeup of Sacramento. So I lived in Sacramento for 2 years until I get to the point where I am equally as funny if the room is black as I am if the room is white. That's not enough. Now I need to be one of the good ones when it comes to Black comics. So now I have to move to Oakland, and that's what lands me in Oakland for 3 years. Once I have dominated male Black comedy in Oakland to my liking, now I'm prepared to go to Los Angeles now. I know you can't throw me any curveballs. If it's a white audience, if it's a Black audience, no matter what they are, I'm prepared to deal with all of the audiences.
Do you write jokes according to the audience that you're going to be in front of, or is your joke universal?
Well, in the beginning, part of my framework is that I'm tailoring every show to this audience.
Okay.
And that's how I was able to show my range.
Crazy he asked that because, you know, it's I think even though he didn't accuse him of stealing the jokes, Corey Holcomb accuses Cat Williams of stealing JB Smooth Styles, you know, way of acting when it comes to him coming out his comedy stands and stuff like that. So it's kind of crazy though. Like when he said, "Do you write your own jokes?" He has admitted that he gets help with people, you know, helping him better himself when it comes to doing the acting for the comedy stands and much more. But why not admit, like, but hey, I guess it's just one small little thing. But I wonder if Corey Holcomb is right. Like I've never seen JB Smooth. Doing my research on him, and it seems he's a little way before my time, way before Bernie Mac, I guess, way before Cat Williams. So I don't know if people in the audience
saying this is, but you know, when Cat was saying what he was saying right there, that kind of makes us want to respect him more. He's admitting that he's gotten help and everything like that, you know. When he says what he says, that kind of makes us want to respect him more because he's giving us honesty. Most of them don't give honesty. He's so honest though that we respect him more.
Facts.
My competitors is that I'm Cat Williams, but I was still doing clean comedy. So I was still going to churches and doing 45 minutes of stand-up at the church with no curse words, no sex, drug material, no none of that, just straight stand-up. And then I was doing everything else. And at
the regular club.
Yeah, that was the range, is that where when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So that's how I started. But as you begin to get better, you begin to be able to speak to your entire fan base. And that's really what's been helpful, is that I've been having the same conversation with my fan base for 12 comedy specials.
Is that what set Cat Williams apart? Is your range? Is that you can do a comedy, do 45 minutes in the church. I can go to a comedy club in front of 250, or I can go into an arena with 15,000.
Great question.
That's range, because everybody can't do that, Cat.
Well, if that's what range is called, then yeah, it's range. But I like the people I'm talking to. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like it can't be condescending, because I'm talking to my white male friend when I'm telling that white joke.
Right.
When I'm talking about this joke about this Black lady, I know that Black lady. That's who I'm talking to. I'm speaking to this fan base that I've been speaking to from the beginning. I already told them what I was on when I first came in. I told them they was gonna come after me. They was gonna cancel me. They was gonna say terrible things about me and try to mess my life up.
And they did. Like, what's crazy is, who was it that we was just watching that mentioned him getting a chokehold? One of them did. Was it? Trick Daddy. Damn. Cat Williams went through a lot throughout the years, from them little fights outside, from that little kid giving him that chokehold, from people, you know, bringing him down, bashing him, talking shit about him, saying that he was a crackhead this, crackhead that. I mean, I don't know if he was a crackhead. One person that we can say that was on the pipe was Dave Chappelle. Orlando Brown explained why he got on the pipe. Dave Chappelle explained why he got on the pipe. So I can't really sit here and say, oh yeah, like, you know, it's been confirmed that Cat Williams was on the pipe. No, it hasn't been confirmed in reality. And what's crazy is everything that he's been saying throughout these years right now is being heard, and a lot of people is being woke. And what's crazy is they don't even have to respond back, but they did.
I said that coming into stand up. I'm saying it in my.
So you knew it was gonna be.
It has to be. I know I'm going into the belly of the beast. How could I be naive? I know that I'm going into Satan's playground, but I'm trying to be so good that you got to bring me in so close that I can see who's doing what and what's going on in there.
In San Francisco, you joined the Nation.
I was never in San Francisco. I was in Oakland.
You was in Oakland. Did you join the Nation? Is that?
Yeah, Honorable Minister Farrakhan and I have an extremely close relationship. He refers to me as one of his sons. So, yeah, I spent a...
Y'all do know I have a real good, I have a really good question though, like, right? Katt Williams has made it as far as the people in Hollywood, right? And he had to get close to them. Like, he's saying no to everything, but what's crazy, like, did he start exposing them because they tried him? Or did he start exposing them just because he didn't like what he saw?
Particular period of time. Let me explain.
Yes.
Because my particular background was already religious and super strict, right? I didn't find out about other religions by reading about them. I went to their religion. I don't want to learn from Jewish people from outside. I want to be in a synagogue. I don't want to learn about.
Yo, I feel the same way as him, yo, because that's how I be, and people get mad. Like, listen, I don't have a religion, and I don't believe in, like, I don't believe in the Bible. I believe in God, nothing more, nothing less. But that hasn't stopped me from, asking people from different religions about their religion so that I can learn about it. That's a fact. And I'm not at war with nobody with a religion. And like I tell everybody, that the reason why is I don't have a religion. I don't sit here, I don't throw shots, I don't beef. I just want to learn. I want to know. Now, I come up with my own conclusions and I come up with my own opinions. Now, people have felt offended because I've come up with my own opinions, but listen, these are my opinions and these are conclusions I've came up based on what I've been told or based on what I've read. And I've put 2 and 2 together like a detective. That's it. It's that simple. Now, you want to prove me wrong? Throw something at me that'll prove me wrong and shut me down, because I know how to shut the fuck up and listen.
Muslim people from, I want to be in the mosque. I don't want to hear about the Baptist or the Pentecostal. I want to go to their church and see. And so that was the religious discovery that I was on through that period in my life.
When did you know you were funny?
Probably about 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
Yeah, about 10 years ago.
So you didn't think as a child, because obviously you said the very structured background, your family was very religious. So obviously you didn't get an opportunity.
I never did a talent show. I was never in any extracurricular activities. I was never in drama. I was never in band camp. I was never a Boy Scout.
And you didn't stay in school long enough to get funny because you dropped.
You understand. You understand. So there was no, I don't tolerate high school games. I didn't go to high school. I don't know how most of the games they think I play, I'm not even aware of them.
But Katt, for you to get on stage, and like I said, a lot of people, like a lot of comedians, I had a few here, they're like, okay, I told jokes to get girls, I told jokes to, get people to laugh at someone else.
Yeah.
But you is like, you say you did comedy one time in Florida.
Yeah.
And you had this other opportunity, like in Oklahoma, that they were going to take you out if you won the talent show. You was going to go on the road with these well-known comedians.
And I did.
But I'm just saying, how in Florida at 13, 14 years of age, you're like, 16, I can do that.
Well, because I knew that there were a lot of other things I could do. Like when I looked at drug dealers, I thought I could do that.
Yeah.
You
But
see what I'm
that's
saying?
easy.
So right. And who doesn't like that?
Right.
Huh? I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna make it. But now that I got to do it on this side, but no, your question was, when did I think I was funny? I never was my biggest fan. To this day, I'm not the biggest fan. I'm a fan of comedy. I like great comedians. Like I like Chappelle. I like Patrice O'Neal. Like I like the greats of comedy.
He admits to liking Chappelle, see? So there's no hard feelings between him and Chappelle.
Comedy, because I do. Like
I would like to see. Did he talk bad about Chappelle on here? I don't think so. I gotta see.
I like Ron White. I like Bill Engvall. Like I know comics. Like people that did the craft. They raised me. I was touring with Steve Marmel and Richard Jenny, a real journeyman.
Who in the world is Steve Marmel? I gotta look him up.
So my comedy upbringing was standard. I thought you had to work all night, every night, all around the country, and you had to write jokes, and that you were trying to write jokes that other people weren't writing, and that your job was to be funnier. Like people that know me will tell you I've been on this. Like I had a list of all the Black comedians that were more famous than me. There was 300 of them on the list, and I had to be able to cross them all out before I could make it to the next level, before I felt like I was funny enough to do that. And so I
basically he studied the comedians, learned the routines, learned how they did it, and he practiced it himself. He rehearsed it and did it. So one day he was like, all right, I got this. Now let me give it a shot. Basically, that's all it is. He saw something, he knew that he could do it, and he wanted to prove to the world that he could do it. He said either this or the drugs. He chose that. And that's why I tell people, we all have a choice. We all have options. You could pick this or you could pick that. Oh, snap.
I appreciate what competition does for sports and for my particular sport. And comedy is a sport.
What gave you the confidence that you could get on stage?
You remember I was 5 years old on stage.
Okay. So performing in front of people was no problem.
But I was reiterating God's word at that point.
Oh.
Now I just have to make sure that the content is good. If the content is good, what part can I not do? I'm a vessel. He's given me these gifts to be able to do certain things. So I just want to utilize them in my craft. That's all.
Do you remember your first set?
Mm-hmm.
How long? 5-10 minutes?
No. I think 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Standing ovation, boos, some applause, some jeers.
No, none of that. They applauded like I was a professional at it. But now looking back, I understand, because you got to understand they were all thinking, he don't even look old enough to be in here. And we don't have any Black guys that live in this town.
Right.
Where did he come from? And then he gets up there and for 3 minutes, he's talking about the fact that
he was stuck in the Suburbans.
And he is the entire Black community.
Right.
And he is as disappointed in them. It looked like they looking for where the rest of them is. And so is he. And that was his set. But I understood from that point that the truth is really the commodity, and the fact that we are all individuals and all separate and all our own islands, but not in real life. In real life, it's only 5 or 6 different types of people, and you're going to see them everywhere that you go. And all my enemies all look the same in the eyes, whether it's Faison, Wanda, Aries Spears, they all look like...
Man, what you got against Wanda?
He just called them all demons. Red-eyed motherfuckers. But...
Ooh.
Like... You think I don't remember that?
Sir, Wanda Sykes and Wanda Smith are 2 separate people.
I mean, Wanda Smith.
And I had only said one name, sir.
Wanda Sykes.
He's like, yo, I ain't beefing with Wanda Sykes. Calm down. Yo, he's like, pump your brakes. Hold up, man. I got mad respect for her. Shout out to Wanda Sykes.
Wanda Sykes
is
amazing. I love Wanda.
And I agree.
I love Wanda. That's my girl. But I remember on the radio, you went on a radio interview. If I'm not mistaken, that's in Atlanta.
Right.
And you
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play.
You came on there with seemingly good intentions. And she attacked you.
It wasn't just that part. It was the fact that before I go in there, she has a conversation about, okay, now, I just want to talk to you because you just wanted Emmy for the city of Atlanta, and this isn't Atlanta, and they just want to hear about the Emmy and hear from you and to thank you for what you did putting the city on.
Right. Okay.
And we won't talk about your kids. We won't talk about jail, no cases. We ain't going to talk about none of that.
Right.
And immediately gets in there and goes the opposite way. You can't flip up on me because you're an inferior comedian.
Yo, it is crazy though. When you go into interviews, you gotta be prepared for that because a lot of interviewers do that. Like they say they want to interview somebody. Katt Williams is not the first person I've heard say that. It's crazy. I've noticed it. Like interviewers say, I want to interview this, I'm gonna keep this, I'll keep that out. But they end up sitting here, and the people the people that get interviewed end up getting in a bag. Some of them have walked out from getting an interview, but it's true though. Like, don't switch up the interview. If you say you're not gonna bring this up, don't bring it up. But hey, that's what they do. That's the risk you gotta take, and you gotta prepare yourself for the questions you're gonna get asked when you will want to interview with somebody.
I'm going to destroy you, and I'm never going to call you out of your name. I'm never going to say anything disrespectful to people that look like you. It's a very thin line I got to call, but this lady is trying to embarrass me in front of a largely homosexual fan base.
Damn.
That's why she got canceled. Gay people don't take it kindly that you would, as a derogatory, call me gay. Gay people don't.
For y'all information, gay people, when they fans of somebody, boy, they get in a bag when people start making making remarks that it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Don't feel like it's derogatory. So why are you trying to shame me with something in a community I don't even belong in? There's no gay people saying I belong over there or been over there.
You did,
but I have no hatred of over there, and how dare you?
You did a number on it though.
Hey.
You did a number on it. That's legendary.
No, you either believe in karma or you don't. Because I didn't even know any of the stuff.
And that's a fact. Karma comes and bites you in the ass 10 times harder. Yo, like you gotta watch karma, because karma doesn't ask you how you want it. It just takes it. Karma just takes it. Don't say how you want it. You want it easy, you want it hard. Like, no.
Okay. All right, yeah.
She had done.
I think I'm gonna hop down. I've said what I need to say, and pretty much things having me up. I'm gonna hop down.
Okay, go ahead. Thank you, Young Ria, for coming up. Thank you for supporting. But like I was saying, yeah, when karma comes, it doesn't take it easy on nobody at all. Like karma just comes, takes what it wants, and it just moves on to the next one.
Comedians until afterwards. I just know that it was a setup.
Right.
And remember, they tried to kill me this same weekend. Not in jokes. With a real gun in my real face on real camera. Understand I'm losing my life for participating in something that goes along with my job. Like, it's two comedians. What do you mean? And the world was okay with it because it was me. Had that happened to anyone else, the world went crazy when Will smacked Chris. This is a person pulling a whole gun on a comedian in the confines.
And that's true though. Like I still to this day, that's why I say that people love the fake, the drama, the bullshit, because they didn't make a big thing about when shit happened with Katt Williams and the guy in the gun. But they sure as hell made a big thing because it was the awards. It was Will Smith. He got ratchet. He got ghetto. He bought the fully out of him allegedly, and just slapped the nigga like he a pimp.
Fines of their job. It's really a weird situation when they hate you that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You felt she hated you at that moment because you mentioned that she said it was going to be very professional. Oh, you won an Emmy. Congratulations. You put the city on. You own for the city. Yada, yada, yada. And now, did she mention anything about the Emmy on camera?
I believe you saw the video and you know that none of that took place. See, the issue is that all the comedians have to come do these radio stations because you have to sell your tickets. And so that means you have to go to the radio station.
Yes.
I don't go to the radio station and I don't make posts to sell tickets. I just don't. So you've not seen me. I'm not here in some subservient position where somebody sent me over.
You here out of the kindness of your heart. You are.
No, I'm saying in the interview situation. Yeah, right.
For sure.
Yeah, and this person knew I wasn't there for that
But how hard, because you have to understand, she is a female. And so you have to be careful. You have to handle her with kid gloves.
Sir. You want to go ahead and take that out? You don't want to be against equality, do you?
No.
What you just said was very unequal, sir.
But
I think maybe you've had enough of this. Because I think I just heard you say that women are not equal and should be treated unequally.
They want to be treated.
You mean as a comedian?
No. They want, listen, you understand and I understand. In certain situations, they want to be treated equal. Not all situations.
And what part of what you saw her get?
She deserved everything you gave her.
What part would have been different if she was a man? It would have just been more vicious.
Yeah, that's my point.
I took all the vicious and venom away because I didn't have any. Plus, I understood. I'm not trying to offend black women with short hair. I'm not trying to offend heavyset women. I'm not trying to upset fellow.
He not, but shit, that's what they got going for a trend. You gotta upset the black woman. You gotta make her angry enough to act like a fool. And you know what's crazy? A lot of women on here fall for it. A lot of women. It doesn't matter if she's black. It doesn't matter if she's Hispanic. And I'm gonna put her right there because it's the facts. A lot of these women fall for the tail and the banana pipe and they react.
Comedians. I'm not trying to do any of that, and I am qualified to be able to do none of that and still eviscerate you because I'm smart enough to know that I need to say that you have gnarled fingers because I know your limited education means you don't know what the word means. So you can't possibly respond to it. You're not sure of the meaning. And I'm going to continue hitting you because this is what comedians do.
Right.
You've been masquerading that you're a comedian too. And that's the fallacy.
So
that's true. That's true. You should be able to take what you give.
Nope.
And if you don't know what you're saying, don't even try it.
Nobody in boxing fights out of their weight class. If you're a 130 pounder, you don't just show up with the 160 pounders. You stay in your weight class.
Is that what you wanted to do?
No.
That she was out of her league when it came to, because
I didn't want to do any of it.
I know you didn't want to, but once she took it there, did you feel that you had to go there? Oh, you
go where?
You could have said, Wanda, I didn't come here for that. I just want to do the interview. I just want to talk about what happened.
Oh, you misunderstand my job. My job is to be funny.
Yo, his job is to be sarcastic, and if you take it wrong, that's on you. And I learned that, like, when my baby pop started putting me onto comedy, I used to be like, no, I don't want to hear that to certain stuff because it was kind of like, they being offensive. Then I had to sit here and really listen to a lot of it and then him break it down. And I was like, oh, all right. I had to really understand. It had to get broken down to me for me to really understand comedy. Because at one point I used to be like, yo, they tripping. Like, who the fuck want to sit here and listen to this dumb shit? But I had to really, break out of the shell that I was in.
My job is to be funny first. My first job is to be funny. My second job is to be respectful. My third job is to be immaculate and Gaza strip it.
What?
That's non-political. I'm saying if you do it, you let a terrorist accidentally touch over here.
I gotta rewind that back. I know I'm not dumb or illiterate with none of that. What the fuck he just say? I gotta learn how to rewind it back because it does it on its own. I wish I knew how to. Wait, I need to go back, nigga. Wait.
First, my first job is to be funny. My second job is to be respectful. My third job is to be immaculate and Gaza strip it. That's non-political.
Gaza strip it? Gaza strip it. What does Gaza strip it mean? Over here is showing that. No, I said Gaza strip it. Well, I don't know what he's saying, but the definition I got, the Gaza strip or simply Gaza is a politely and the similar of the two Palestinian territories. Okay. Nope, I ain't get the right definition. So I'm gonna have to figure that one out later.
Political. I'm saying if you do it, you let a terrorist accidentally touch over here, and I won't stop burning you down until there ain't nothing left. It'll literally be rubble on top of rubble, and I'll still be bombing. Why? Because that's why you should mind your business. This is what.
Oh, basically, you're supposed to chalk it up. Okay, I get it.
F around and find out is about.
Right. Have you ever been booed, Cat?
What?
Yes. Yeah. I have.
What was that feeling like? Did it like want to give up? Because because when you have, I don't know how early it was in your career. Obviously, it hadn't been I don't think it's in the last decade because you've been immaculate.
I'm trying to figure the question out.
Have you ever dropped a pass?
I have. I've been booed too.
You know the little segment between everything is fine and I got it, and then you noticing where it is now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that. The thing about as a comedian, the audience's opinion is the only opinion that matters, not you, the writer, not none of that. And so I don't think any comedian has ever been booed unnecessarily either.
They deserve it.
Oh yeah. I'm saying what do they say when a guy shoots the air ball in the NBA? They say air ball to make sure everybody knows. But again, he still got to get back on D.
Right.
Like the game didn't end. He don't get to throw his hand.
That's facts. The harder you fall, the faster you get up. And people laugh when they hear me say that. But what I mean by that is, shit, no matter what obstacle comes your way, you should be able to pick yourself up. You should be able to, stand up, speak, be able to work through it. Like, whatever the situation is, whatever the outcome is, you should be able to pick yourself up, shake it off, and just get it done.
Hands up and sulk.
Right.
That's supposed to be used as a learning experience. Most comedians don't get booed enough. I mean, this is how you end up with a Michael Blackson who's a real African doing a fake African accent. Okay,
Don, he said Michael Blackson, who is a real African, making a fake African. That's why we can't understand half the shit he says. He's a real African pretending to be a real African. But Michael Blackson didn't get offended. He said he's a smart little midget nigga.
This guy is mad at me. All I did was give him the best advice of his life. Remember, he was wearing dirty dashikis. And I told him he needed to dress to be in the position that he's trying to say that he's in. And if you're the African king of comedy, sir, there's actually comedians in Africa doing comedy. If you're going to say that, you got to go to Africa and get a school, dude. Everybody got, you got to put in some work. And these guys, they take my advice. They change their whole persona. And then they hate me for it. And generally, I'm just too big to comment or make a statement about it or do a live or any of that. But when it gets to be a whole grouping of these guys, I got to come and talk to Shannon. I gotta lay it down at the altar.
You know every comedian.
This is the other side of Kirk Franklin praying. This is the reckoning. 2024. The reckoning.
You watch it. You know every comedian.
He said it's the reckoning, but he had to sound like Count Dracula doing that shit. Count Dracula, my bad. My little accent was coming. Not even my accent, my lingo was coming out.
That's been on my show. You know, you watch every episode. Cause
No,
you know.
that's not what you said. You said I know every comedian.
You know every comedian.
You're limiting me.
Oh, you watched every episode because you know things. You know things.
That's always where I'm trying to come from, whether it's comedic or otherwise. That's why even if you see me get arrested 10 times in a row on TV, as a fan of mine, you can be like, he's gonna be right out. Yeah, but they just said he didn't do it.
He ain't do it. They mad at Katt Williams right now. He must have said some shit that hurt somebody's feelings. He told somebody the truth. He exposing somebody, or somebody don't want it to be out. Shit. Katt Williams said, Hollywood, I don't want it. You can have it.
He couldn't have. It's stupid. Why would he do something stupid knowing he got to come back and talk to us? Nah, they respect that every time it happens, I'm going to be free as a bird sitting out here talking to you about it, that it really was what I said it was. That's all.
You end up, you come down, you're in LA.
Yeah.
Now, I'm reading Katt Williams won Cedric the Entertainer's and Anheuser-Busch Best Los Angeles Comic Award. Did you win that award, won Katt Williams? It's a simple yes or no. It's not a rhetorical question.
It's a question that probably should have been asked to Cedric the Entertainer.
I'm asking you. I got you here, though.
I know. I couldn't believe Cedric didn't get asked that question.
Right?
You still a dude's joking and giving an award, and then 10 years later, you don't know nothing about it. Hey, but I promise you this.
What?
If he sees me again before he sees you, he'll be talking different when you see him. That's for certain. That's the difference. That's what these comics understand, is that I'm not doing nothing for clout. I don't even recognize clout.
He said, sit
But
there.
eventually the Lord is going to let me.
He said, yo, all these comedians is my sons. He sound like Nicki Minaj right now. Y'all bitches is my stepsons. I can't right now.
And you be in one hallway. A lot of these dudes go. Kevin Hart done went 25 years without ever being in the same building with me at the same time. If I go in the building, he walk out. You've never seen us in the same building ever in 25 years.
Damn.
Like, it's like that. Why?
Yes.
Because I'm really the product. It's not what you think. I am never under the influence of.
I ain't gonna lie though. We gotta give it to Kevin Hart. Like, besides the, whatever happens in his personal life, that's between him and his peoples. We can't do nothing about it. They could do it. We can't. We could talk about it. We can give our opinions, but ain't none of us going to change the way Kevin Hart, thinks, feels, or does things in his life. We're not going to stop him from doing his hobbies. If he does cheat on his wife, which one of us is going to actually stop him from doing it? He's going to do whatever he wants. Like, on some real shit. Like, you can't change people's minds. Now, when it comes to the kids, you could talk to them, you could guide them into the right direction or into the right path. But when it comes to a grown-ass adult, their minds is already made up. Like, the only way that they'll have help is if they accept it, if they take it. And a lot of these grown-ass people do not want to take the help. But one thing you cannot take from Kevin Hart is he is funny as hell, though. You got to give it to Kevin Hart. He is funny as hell.
If anything, I'm always in my right mind. I'm always a physical specimen. And when you see me, I'm much, much bigger than you had thought. I have far less play in me than you.
Yo, Katt Williams is what, 5'5"? I'm 4'11". Do we all got little people syndrome? Do we all feel like we Shaq? Like we David versus Goliath, like we could just beat every big person in the world. Shaq got us feeling like that, yo. I know I'm not the only little person saying that. We all be feeling like we could just beat the world. I swear to God. Shaquille O'Neal, why you got little people feeling like they could just beat the world? Between you and the David versus Goliath story, got us little people with little people syndrome.
Would like. And I'm relentless. I'm out there. I'm still to this day. I play 11 games of basketball with a 20-year-old. The record is 92-6. This is just in the yard, just to the rack, just cause.
You work out, Cat? I mean, no, you work out, Cat?
Not to the gym.
You don't work out in the gym? You do push-ups, sit-ups?
My whole life it was just push-ups and sit-ups only. I would do like
I'm gonna check that stuff, okay?
100 push-ups a day. Just
I thought you were gonna say 1,000.
No.
Y'all think Cat Williams work out? I gotta see him working out because he isn't a big guy. I mean, he's a small guy. He's not. What I'm saying, he's not a husky guy. He's not a muscular guy either. I don't know.
Because this is literally every day.
Right.
This is not for the gram.
I ain't gonna lie, this the bulkiest that I've seen Cat Williams though, because before he used to be skinnier than this. His pants, yo, back in the days when they had the baggy jeans and I was watching his comedy stands and stuff like that. Yo, his jeans, he looked like he disappeared in them Jones. Like he needed tips from Lil Wayne. Like for a minute right there, he needed to go see Lil Wayne, talk to him like, yo, homie, like what can I like? Cause them pants, yo, I mean, but it's crazy. Lil Wayne around that time was wearing baggy pants too.
You know what I mean? Like literally 100
Y'all used to Lil Wayne having them tight ass pants, right?
a day, and I would do push-ups, and then I tore both my rotator cuffs, and so it was only thanks to golf that I was even able to get my
You a golfer now?
back. I've been a golfer for quite some time. My short game is impeccable. I can't get you but 2 and some change off of the tee, but I'm still coming in for par guaranteed.
You playing for the tips?
No. I've found that you don't get anything for that. It seems very egomaniacal. They go, hey, Cat, for free, you can go further back. Hey, what? Wait a minute, does it still count the same? Hey, I'm up at the ladies' tee. Don't tell me my pronouns. On the golf course, I'm she, her, him, them, and they. Whoever at the front tee.
I know we're joking, we're having a great conversation, but you did win the award. How did the award help your career? It had to help something, Cat.
Nope.
God, come on, Cat.
I didn't remember. It happened to you, just said it. How can Cedric give you an award that was worth something? Everything Cedric and Ricky Smiley.
I'm on mute. Yo. The mic is working though. I'm still on mute. All right, I'm hoping y'all can hear me. I'm hoping y'all can hear me, y'all. But this Cat Williams John is funny as hell. I can't really, I don't really understand the basketball and the little jokes he makes towards the sports and stuff like that because I'm not into sports. But everything else, he's been on point. You cannot get mad at him. Yeah, I showed y'all at the beginning of the live. Well, a lot of these comedians that came back, Trick Daddy was the craziest, yo. Like I could honestly sit here and say Trick Daddy is too old to do the stuff that he was doing, but hey, he spoke his mind. He said what he said. Ludacris, all that. Like, yo, all this is crazy, man. But he is funny. He's been on point. He's exposing. He's doing exactly what he said what he that he was gonna do. I think Corey Holcomb is the one that started saying. Shout out to Corey Holcomb. Yo, I love the shit out of Corey Holcomb. Like, but Corey Holcomb is somebody else that he didn't say nothing really bad about Cat Williams, but he did say that he stole JB Smooth style. Now I've been trying to do a little research on that. Apparently JB Smooth style is before JB Smooth is a comedian that's way before Cat Williams, way before Bernie Mac, I guess, or around the time. No, I think it's before Bernie Mac. But I gotta do my research on that. I don't really know, so I can't really speak. But that's the only person that I've seen that has said something that, Cat Williams has done that it's kind of like based on what he's talking about. But other than that, yo, Cat Williams hasn't lied about a thing. Trick Daddy, Ludacris, and a couple people got in their bag. And I think Trick Daddy wanna see Cat Williams in the ring the same way the other bull do. But we'll see. Let's keep listening to what he gotta say. And this is the reason that's got this interview right here has got all of social media on fire. Like this Cat Williams got everybody talking about him right now. Like, and there's some truth to what he's saying. And listen, like I told y'all, the purpose of me bringing this out is to, how can I say it? I don't really speak on celebrities like that. When I do speak on celebrities, it's because I'm comparing their, what they're going through to the stuff that we go through here every day. And like I told people, like, yo, we try and bring solutions to the table. How can we make a change? How can we make a difference? And I'm not going to always be talking about the bullying and stuff like that because I know it gets boring to a lot of people. So I've switched it up. I've been switching it up already for 2 years. I want to thank all those that are subscribing to a shorty, that are supporting a shorty, that's rocking out with a shorty, sharing the videos, liking the videos, that are helping a shorty bring awareness to what she really came on here for. And that was to sit here and bring parents together, bring awareness to the bullying, to try to get cameras into these schools. And that's why I said when I speak on these type of celebrity situations, I compare them to what we're going through in our real lives, and we bring solutions to the table. So I want to thanks to all those that have throughout the past 3 years hopped on my panel, spoke their stories, helped the shorty out, rocked out with a shorty, and has helped me build, because we're doing exactly what we came on here to do, and it's to bring awareness and to draw the youth's attention. So for those of y'all that think that we're not reaching the youth, we are, especially when we talk about these celebrities like that, and we're exposing the truth and stuff like that. Cat Williams right now is exposing the truth the same way a lot of us come on here to expose the stuff that's happening around us. Me, I'm fighting the school system. Me, I'm a block captain. I'm a leader of my community, and much more. They say I'm an advocate. So hey, let me be an advocate to the kids if that's what they see me as, an influencer for the kids. I don't call myself an influencer because I'm still learning as I go. Now, maybe when I get some more knowledge and some more wisdom from my old heads, the ones that are taking me under their wings and teaching me everything that I'm learning, and I'm mixing it up because, we need that old school. And I mix it up a little bit with this new school, and I listen to what the kids are saying. So me watching this interview is showing the kids, like, look, listen, everything that we talk about, look how it gets all exposed out here. Shout out to Nate the Great podcast, because he himself even put up in the chat earlier, everything that a lot of these comedians are doing and saying back to Cat Williams is a distraction. Could he be a part of the distraction? We don't know. But it all is really a distraction. What they distracting us from, I don't know. We're about to see what's coming up next. It's 2024. I told y'all last year that a lot of stuff was going to happen now in 2024. So if I go back to the we go back to my talking points back then, we're going to see a lot of stuff surface, and we're going to see a lot of stuff distracting us in the way. So I want to listen to a little bit more of Katt Williams and react to what he's saying. And then I want to play a video of Papa Duck so that y'all can hear what Papa Duck has to say. Because listen, man, the way Papa Duck breaks it down for people, y'all got to hear it.
Ever been in what got canceled for not being funny? Ricky sat here and told you that they cut him out of every movie he did. They always had a reason. Like,
yo, hold on, wait. Oh, I gotta respond back to the chat real quick. All right, daughter of Zion says I'm good now. I can hear you. Yes, we reacted to that earlier. He responded back like, I can't with Luda, but he ain't deny it either. That's what I was saying earlier. Luda didn't deny it either. That's the crazy part. It's kind of like he agreed to it. He just said, I'm not part of the Illuminati. I'm just a Ludamati. Like, this nigga's crazy. JB Smooth Liar. I'm not sure. I just know that Corey Holcomb is the one that said that. I'm talking about the style, not his jokes. He didn't steal JB style. Katt Williams didn't steal JB Smooth's jokes. He allegedly stole the style. You know how when Katt Williams goes into the when he first comes into the stand-up comedies, he be doing this little dance and he has this little song, this little rap song in the back. That's what Corey Holcomb was talking about. I'm gonna do a little upload on that and I'm gonna react to it too. Off topic, but have you considered homeschooling? You can teach your daughter. Oh yeah, I've considered homeschooling. It's just that right now I'm by myself, and like I tell people, listen, man, something I just want to put out there, and yes, it's off topic. Yo, cherish your family, all right? If you got family members that are trying to help you out when it comes to your kids and stuff like that, especially if you're a parent like me that has to work and has a lot to do, a lot of things around here, especially a leader of the community and stuff like that. Homeschooling is the best thing to do. I have my oldest in homeschooling, but I can't put my youngest yet because I can't put the attention that she needs. I'm by myself. Her dad works all day. So it's kind of like I'm stuck between a nail and a wall. Right now I'm stuck with public school, which is something that I hate until she gets accepted into a charter school and I get myself back together, especially now that I got into an accident and I'm trying to get everything put together. I'm doing it by myself. Like, those out there that are ungrateful when they got a mother that, bust their ass out there helping them, or a father, they have aunties, uncles, or sisters and brothers and stuff like that that help them. Y'all should be grateful because it's not easy being out here in this cold ass world, taking care of kids by yourself and trying to keep them out of trouble and trying to keep them out of harm's way. The school system ain't shit at all. But for right now, until I get all my shit back together, because I've had a couple obstacles. A lot of people that have been following me for the past couple of years know about what I've been through. A lot don't. So for those of y'all that don't know, I've had a couple obstacles that I have been picking myself up. And while I've been picking myself up, I've had more obstacles thrown my way. So I'm not quitting. I'm not a quitter. I'm not I'm not a soldier. I'm a warrior. I'm going to keep fighting until, my last breath. And I'm not scared. I'm going to keep standing up. I'm going to keep speaking up. And I've had people try to censor me. I've had people try to bring me down. I've had people try to make me feel like shit throughout this whole process, but I ain't going to stop. So homeschooling is the best. I got my oldest, but my oldest is more attended. Like, he could do this. He helps me out. So, but with her is a little harder. I need her to focus. I need her to do this. And it's kind of like, I want to do it with her, but she's not making it easy for me. Oh, it is. Listen, all this is a distraction. Everybody is talking about it. Now, what they trying to distract us from, we're about to figure it out. We're going to break it down just like we did last year when the submarines and the Titanic and all that surfaced. We're going to break it down. Once it, listen, something's coming. But when it comes, that's when we could really talk about it. Because right now, people don't care. And the only ones that I'm trying to reach is the youth. Because you can't change a grown person's mind. You can't make them see or understand this is happening until they hit that damn wall. And it's crazy because the adults are worse than the kids right now. And then you got the older people. That's why I was talking about Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy inserted himself in this whole situation. he felt some type of way because he's defending Ricky Smiley, but you're defending a whole nother grown man that sat here and didn't even feel bothered by what Katt Williams said. Because I reacted to his response too. It's kind of like you just backed up everything Katt Williams said about you. But Trick Daddy went in on him. And like I said, Trick Daddy sounded like a lot of the old women here on YouTube that get in their feelings when something doesn't go their way or you don't agree with them. And, they start snapping and cursing you out and start cursing everybody out and start, saying all this and that and start challenging people and saying, you know what, I want to fight. I want to do this. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, and then I'm like, yo, Trick Daddy, you can't call yourself a G. Not after you just told the whole world a couple of years back. How long was it? A year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? That with Trina right there next to him on that show that he does, he like getting eaten. Like he like his ass eaten. Fuck, it's kind of hard to get that out my mouth. Like he likes his ass eaten. No, like I kind of lost respect with that because every real man out here, every G has told me their booty can't get played with. Like when they hear people talk about and they have conversations like that it's kind of freaky and weird. A real man will sit here and tell you, no, it's like this. Like, oh, Trick Daddy, like what happened? But y'all get where I'm coming from that. Like, but the way he lashed out should have been like, all right, why didn't Ricky Smiley lash out like that? You're instigating. Like, we all know how that feels. Like at one point we thinking we helping somebody out, but we really not. We end up with the knife in our back. Shit, I've learned my lesson a long time ago. Like, shit, fuck that. Like, if I don't know the whole story, the full story, I'm good. Like, you could sit here and tell me this is the whole story, but back it up somehow, some way. She said, Trick been the clown. Trick Daddy been fucking up on social media for a minute now. He got mad at Trina a while back because Trina wanted to go, there's something different. She wanted to change her style. She didn't want to keep rapping. She wanted to bring some love music out here, some romance and stuff, and she could do it. She'll kill that shit. But he's like, no. But hey, that's a topic for another live. Let's get back on topic, y'all. This whole Katt Williams shit, even though it's a distraction, Katt Williams was spitting gems. He was spitting facts.
That's why I'm funny, because I'm a happy person. I laugh all day long. I can't even imagine the misery of these bums. Just to not be good at what you do, not work hard at what you do, but have to act like you the best at what you do. It is crazy. It's crazy.
But they be touring, they be doing like 100 shows a year.
That's me. I don't run into none of them. That's what I'm saying. If you a Faison Love fan, you mean you've been a fan of him for 32 years, you still waiting on him to do his first special? You mean to tell me if Steve Harvey, your favorite comedian, you mean you've been waiting for him to do stand-up for 15 years now?
I mean, Steve got a lot of other
DL still out there. None of those irons matter to stand-up.
DL Hughley is still out there. I don't hear nobody really talking about DL Hughley, but let's see what he's got to say about DL.
Who cares that they wrote a placard for you to do Family Feud on? Like, you're successful because we're surprised you can talk for a living and it's entertaining that you're going to say some funny country things. But not a writer.
Right.
Not a writer.
How did you develop Money Mike and get it? Everybody talk Money Mike. Is how did you come up with that and said, you know what? This is how he should dress. This is how he should talk. This is how he should look.
And by the way, Ice Cube backed him up. The only thing Ice Cube said that, Katt was wrong for saying that there was going to be a grape scene in there when there wasn't. And for those of y'all that missed it, is how I started the live. I started this live off with all the comedians responding back to Katt Williams.
Look, this is the kind of whip he should ride. This is how he should talk.
So if you'll remember that was my first movie, just understand that what I did then, I've done with every single role, whether it was an Emmy-winning role or whether it wasn't, whether I was playing somebody homeless, whether I was playing a dirty vagabond on Atlanta, whether it was an eccentric guy in First Sunday, regardless of what the role is, the first thing I do is erase me from it.
Okay.
So anything that I would naturally do, that's what I'm not going to do because I'm playing a different character.
You're playing the character. Okay.
Right. So I then create this person based upon real life circumstances. So I don't have to wonder what a pimp thinks because I've been in that position for a little while. I also worked manual labor for some time in my life, so I don't have a problem paying somebody that works. And
that's true. It's all about imitating something that you've seen, someone that you've seen around you on some real shit. It's acting. You got to take who you are. It's like, listen, I'm going to put this as an example for a lot of people, right? Yeah, salute to Cube and JJ. Salute, yo, blessings go my way to Ice Cube, man. People know how I feel about Ice Cube. A lot of people be in their bag when I talk about Ice Cube, but hey, that'd be on them. But I'm gonna put it like this. It's kind of like, hold on, let me get it together and let's keep listening to it because I want to say it right and not myself.
I don't have a problem being a go-getter because I'm a go-getter. So I bring whatever I can to these characters. I was able to
all right, it's kind of like when people ask me about, oh, why can't you take yourself out of certain equation, right, and make it, understand this situation? Listen, right, when I see something happen that doesn't make sense to me in reality, I cannot take me out of me and like, yo, I'm gonna make this make sense because in reality, there's no logic to what you're saying, right? So it's not hard for him to take himself all the way out and stop doing something that he normally does and actually kind of imitate. It's like me. If I'm going to sit here, right, and sit here and like, all right, I don't normally do this. I don't even do this at all. But I got to sit here and imitate my daughter. I got to sit here and pretend like I'm a 7-year-old little girl, right, in order to get, past the script. If they want me to sit here and pretend like I'm my own daughter, imagine that. Imagine them giving you a script saying pretend to be your own daughter. So I'm gonna have to sit here and take the way. I mean, like it's hard to explain this and break it down, but he did break it down the best way that it could be broken down. Like for me, I will have to stop being me for 1 second and just play this whole character who is not me, which is my child, right? And pretend to be how she is. Have temper tantrums, ask 101 questions, et cetera, et cetera. I would have to like be her. And it's not something hard to do for the simple fact that I've watched her. I know how she, cries. I know what she's going to do, how she's going to react. It's like if I watched this homeless person that's been in the corner of my block for years and like they asked me to play the role of a homeless person. I'm like, damn, you know what? I've seen how these homeless people are, be how they act, how they behave. Some are homeless because, they have lost their, their jobs. Some are homeless because they made a mistake and they got kicked out and now they got nowhere to go. So it's just a matter of you putting yourself in their shoes. For 1 second, you got to take yourself out of your shoes, right? And think like that person. Have y'all ever heard anybody ask y'all this question? It was asked to me before. Like, could you take yourself out? Could you put yourself in somebody's shoes and walk a mile in it? If you was to, if you had to flip the scripts with this person, would you be able to understand why this person speaks the way this person speaks? Why this person thinks the way this person thinks? Why this person behaves the way this person behaves? For 1 second, can you put yourself? Well, it looks like Katt Williams can put himself in the shoes of somebody else and actually play a role.
The first week that I got the script, there was a pimp guy that used to be a pimp, but he wasn't anymore. He was a rapper now, and his name was Mac Minister. And he had been a pimp and was going to be a rapper. And I had never done a movie before. I was a stand-up, and I'm getting ready to do the movie. And so I was able to craft what a real pimp was like, what was too much. I didn't want to be stereotypical.
Right.
I did the research. I saw how many times people played pimp.
Facts, order of sign, facts. Yo, I could never sit here and put myself and walk a mile in the shoes of a pimp, yo. I can't. They would say, "Yo, I need you to do a role of a pimp." I'm saying like, you know, I've never seen a pimp a day in my life, right? How do I play the role of a pimp unless it's somebody on the TV? But see, they've seen pimps before. Now, me trying to imitate Katt Williams is never going to work because Katt Williams is good at what he does, and he's actually seen what he does. So I could never put myself in the shoes of a pimp and walk a mile in them Jones because I can't picture myself smacking my baby daddy around and making him go out there and get some money. See, I'm a woman. I gotta say it like that because I'm not a man. I can't even think like a man right now. Like, I can't picture myself pimping my baby daddy out there. Yo, go out there in that corner. Make sure you sell either that ass or that eggplant. Like, I'm saying, I can't even. I'm trying to figure this shit out. Like, you smacking nigga. Imagine him stomping me down to the ground. That nigga big as shit. I'm 4'11". He's 6'2". The role of a pimp don't work for me.
Pimps, and they were all
The size ain't got shit to do with it. Trust me. It's just not for me. I could never play that role.
always. It was always something weird about them,
Right.
I guess, because it's a weird job. You know what I mean?
Correct.
And I wanted somebody that didn't seem like none of that. That he really thought it was a business and treated it like that. And so, you know, adding those levels to acting is what all actors do if they're not Steve or Cedric or Ricky. Like, you're trying to create a character. You can't just be Faison in every movie.
It's facts. You can't create something that you don't know. Like I just said, I just made the freaking perfect example. I could never play the role of a pimp. And I don't no, see, they're called madams. That's what they're called, madams. But see, madams are different. No, see, there's a difference between a madam and a pimp. Madams are like seducers, and I could just keep going down the line. But a pimp makes the woman is a guy. I've never heard of a woman pimp. Does a woman pimp ever exist? Has a woman pimp ever existed? Ever? Random thought. Because I'm trying to figure that one out. But if I was to try to picture, like, I can't picture myself. That's why I just said what I said earlier. Like, yo, I can't picture myself being a pimp. I'm a woman. As a woman pimp, right? Because I ain't gonna pimp no other woman. I got males, right? Pimp them out. How do you imagine, like, Ray? Try to picture yourself. I can't picture myself trying to pimp I smack a bitch trying to touch my baby daddy. But I just can't. Regardless, I can't take myself out my own shoes and walk that mile. Fuck that. I'm not Eminem.
Like, you just gonna take your shirt off on every movie? Like, why does it say that in your script?
Man, let Big Worm live. Let him breathe, cat. let Big Worm breathe. Stall him out now.
No. For real? Yo. I've never seen a woman pimp before. That's gotta be one of them, it's gotta be. I'm sorry. I don't want to offend nobody. Listen, man. Listen, I'm not saying I'm sorry because I'm not a sorry person. I apologize if I offend any women, right? I mean, it's probably what, like a dyke? Sorry to say it, like, a dyke that thinks that it's a man. I mean, it's a woman that thinks it's a man and, is out here pimping the women out. Oh, wow. Oh, snap. Oh, no, no, no. So there actually is women out here that think they pimps that pimp women out. Because I know madams do shit like that. They sell the little girls. That's why I say it goes further down with madams. It's like, it's hard to talk about a madam because when people hear madams, they think that it's them ladies that run their room, them houses, and they, they seduce the men. They have the men in them little chains with the balls in their mouth, or they be whipping them with the lashes. I forgot what it's called, but no, it's way more to a madam than that. Trust me, it's way more. There's madams out there that's why I was like, yo, could a madam be considered like a pimp? Because madams do sell and prostitute kids and women. I'm just asking because, you know, that's a good question. I just thought about it. Random thought. I've never thought about it before till now. Could a madam be considered a pimp? If anybody knows, let a shorty know. Could a madam be considered a pimp? I'm curious now. I'm gonna start doing my research. Never thought about it till now. See, Katt Williams got a lot of people thinking though. He spit them gems out there.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
No, I ain't got no allegiance to the man. But you got to admit the role that he played, Big Perm and Friday now. You got to give him credit for the role. Now, come on now.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
If what you're saying is correct, why wasn't he in next Friday or Friday after next?
I mean, his role,
it wasn't good.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
There was a lot of people that appeared in the first one that weren't in the second one, Katt.
I'm just telling you why. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that there's a news flash that there are reasons for things in
whoever got their feelings hurt, Ice Cube backed them up in a way.
a business.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, why did you bench D-Lo? He had 2 points. What are you talking about? Shut up. But I like him. Nobody cares about that. That's not what we're talking about. These are business conversations that deal with businessmen.
Right.
Right. When you're good at something, you should progress. The guys that are not as good, they should fall down by the wayside. That's natural.
So you believe.
And that's a fact. That's true. And it happens though. See, all those that fake it to make it, on some real shit, y'all keep forgetting that when you throw something up, it falls. When an airplane is up in the sky, right, and if the engine fails or the wing on the plane blows up, what do you think happens to it? It don't stay up in the air. It comes down and it crashes. So for all those of you out there rushing to become famous, rushing to get that money the easy way, guess what? Everything that goes up must come down. So it's up to you how you make that land.
If your talent doesn't support it, you should fall by the wayside, and the guys that have the talent and that get elevated, they should move.
No, that's what water says. That's what the universe say. The universe say the levels. No, I don't. Not I say. Who am I?
Yeah, see, they're considered madams. That's why I said like these women that human traffic the kids and stuff like that, they're still considered madams. So like it's just the fact of I'm wondering because there's a difference between a madam and a pimp. See, a pimp just wants the females to sit here and sell themselves and bring the money to him, and he gives them a little bit of change, right? And he'll beat the bitch. Maybe he'll use the bitch and whatever. But a madam does nothing more than just sell. They're like products. Or you got the madams that sit here and they run them houses where they, the men like to be, how can I say it? The men like to be, there's a word for it, but I can't find the word right now. Basically, owned. Like they basically the men will come there and they'll get whipped. They'll get told to, walk around like a dog. They'll get put on leashes. They'll get chained up. The freaky, weird shit. But yeah, like it's hard to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. Then you also got the madam. Like, have y'all ever seen that show called P-Valley? Where she owns the club, she sells drugs, but she don't traffic kids. No, is it P? No. It's not P-Valley. I said the wrong. I mixed up the show. Hold on one second. All the Queen's Men. That's what it's called on BET. Oh, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna see if I watch it. They probably got it on Tubi or something like that, or Netflix. If they do got it, I'm gonna watch it. I did not know that Keke Palmer played a pimp movie. She said the women's are pimp shit. Listen, I'm learning. I'm not mad. I'm learning. It's just I wouldn't pass it. Like women would do all types of shit. Like shit, women want to be men too. So I wouldn't pass a woman wanting to be a pimp or actually being a pimp. I'm sorry to say it.
I'm nobody, but I'm working every day as if I think that's what
should happen.
Is how it should be. And I'm choosing comedians that also write and work hard and don't steal other people's material. And I'm making sure that they all make $300,000 a season. And I'm making sure that they're not ever signed to me or my conglomerate. And that's why they're successful. No, you can work with me and still be an independent businessman, boss owner. Like,
basically, what he's trying to say is, yo, I'm not bringing you to work for me. I want you to get on your feet and become your own boss. Yo, and you know what's crazy? He is saying the same thing that I told the youth, right? When I first came up with the community center idea, right? I had tried something. And this is what I did, right? I have a couple printer machines, right? That some will print here the pictures, and I got some vinyl cutters and all that, right? To make t-shirts and caps and all that. I got the machines. So what I did was I grabbed a couple of the kids together and I told them, I'm like, listen, this is what I want y'all to do, right? And I was giving them my profit because what I wanted them to do was I wanted them to make their money, stack it up, and start their own shit. Now, when I noticed that maybe 2 or 3 was messing up because what they kept doing was, all right, they kept spending the money. They didn't save. They didn't want to. I was like, yo, okay, you don't want to do nothing. But when I noticed that 6 to 7 of them started doing what they had to do, that's what made me like, yo, okay, I see this one over there starting his own business. I see that one over there starting his own business. I'm like, this idea will work. We just got to sit and talk to them and find the resources and bring it to them and show them how to get it started. There's going to be those that listen and there's going to be those that don't. And what's crazy is, like I said, I want them to start their own businesses. That's why I came up with this idea with the community center, because I got way more ideas. I got so many things that I want to put together, and hopefully I could do something with it. But trying to look for people, trying to listening to people trying to send me here, trying to send me there in the beginning messed me up, because I thought that people was really trying to help me. Fuck the GoFundMes, fuck all that. I got to show people that this is how it's got to get done. I got to get up off my ass, right? And sit here, at least start some shit. Like I started showing the kids, I got to prove it. I got to walk it. I can't just talk it. Now I got to walk and talk at the same time. So you got to show them. For those of y'all that think y'all could take the easy way out, no. That's why a lot of these kids are taking the easy way out and they're crashing faster than a damn plane losing his engine up there in the sky. Real shit.
Like you came in.
Right.
I don't need you to be subservient to me. That's those other guys that make you pay dues.
You said earlier that you rewrote a lot of what Money Mike was to say and how he behaved. So they allowed you the freedom, the liberty to ad lib. How much?
Would they allow you to just make an interception if didn't nobody talk about it? As a football player, if the ball comes your way, can you just grab it? Can you make an interception anytime? Are you allowed to pick up any fumble? You can do any hustling, right? Oh, okay. Same here. Same here.
But
Doma, why is your job, just because you're in the NFL, I'm a comedian, what does it make any difference? We're here to make that money, right? We're here to become bosses, not to sit here and be servants to nobody. And see that's crazy. We could become our own bosses, but we sitting here thinking with that mentality, like, no, I need the next person to work for me. I need to do this. I need to do that. No, we all good at our own thing. We got skills that we could sit here and actually teach to these kids, and these kids got their own skills that they can actually teach us. Different generations putting their minds together and working together and actually building something.
But here's the thing, though. Even as an offensive player, they might let me ad lib once I get a couple of years under my belt. They wouldn't let me ad lib as a rookie. That was your first movie.
I told you the guy.
Facts. And I've preached to parents time after time, like, look, listen, man, I know the streets is bad out here and everything, but look, listen, let them go out there. Let them take out. There's a lot of people that need their trash taken out. There's a lot of people that need their fronts cleaned and they can't come out. But see, I understand there's a lot of people out here, like a lot of these old heads, like y'all can give a little young boy $10, $15, $20 the most, if because paying them that chump change ain't shit. Like $15 to $20, it'll be good. Young boy will sit here and take your trash out, clean your front, and make sure your porch is good. Like I've seen young bulls do it, but y'all want to sit here and play these young bulls like, oh, here's $2, $3. Like they looking at y'all like, I just did all this work and you're paying me $2 to $3. Like, no, that's what makes them want to give up. We should be motivating them. Like every chance I get, and I got a little job that I know that I can't get done. Huh, young boy, yo, can y'all help me out? Like, huh, here you go, here you go, here you go. That's how it should be. Motivate them. See, we don't want them to think that everything's about money, but they need money to survive out here. They need money to, make a living out here. But at the end of the day, life ain't about money. When it comes to family, money shouldn't be more important than your family. Your family should come first. Like, for example, like Katt Williams was saying here, they'll sit here and they'll buy you. If they sat here and they came to you and they said, look, listen, you want to get better, you want to get rich, we need you to do this. But here's the risk. You got to stay away from your family, or you can't come here, staying away from your family, or you have to sacrifice a family member. What would you do? Would you go by what they're saying, or would you go your own way and make it up there? Because you can. It's just going to be a little harder to climb that ladder. Instead of sitting here and kissing somebody's ass, now you're making it your own way. Because come on, man, when you leave it by them and you sit here and kiss somebody's ass, now they're changing everything from you. They're taking everything from you. You're not you no more. Now you're becoming what they want you to become. And that's the problem that they're having in Hollywood. They want to change a lot of people. They want to do this. See, that's why Ice Cube backed out. That's why Terrence Howard backed off. That's why Orlando Brown, Racheal Gray, and all of them fell down. Peep, I didn't compare. I didn't make them, hear how I said some backed off, some fell down. Some were smart enough to back off. Others were too young and too ignorant to understand what was happening to them. Racheal Gray, Orlando Brown, all these young actors that got into drugs, and look, Justin Bieber, all of them. Look what Puff Daddy, everything is surfacing. Now, the Cassie story with Puff Daddy, could it be true? Could it be fake? We don't know. Like, we can't always believe all women, but it's kind of crazy how if she's lying about, being a victim, it looks like she could have known what was happening and wanted to back off, but didn't know how to. Like, there's different theories to that, but I can't call her a liar until everything is really out there. I'm sorry to say it, I got to cut it down the middle, because there are women that go through this. Look what happened. His ex-wife lost her life because she was about to bring out the truth about everything. Let's make it make sense. A lot of shit do happen. It's like out here. What you think that when it comes to these people snitching and doing all this stuff, it don't happen? What y'all think, human trafficking don't exist? You think these celebrities, a lot of them ain't a part of it? Y'all think these celebrities are just all innocent, huh? They made it up there to the fame like nothing. They didn't have to bust their ass like Katt Williams, Bernie Mac, and all of them, huh? Okay, daughter of Zion, thank you. It was a blessing having you here on the panel. Thank you for the support. Thank you for rocking out. All right, so like I said, I gotta start cleaning in a little bit. Anyways, it's already 10:07, and I've gone already 30 minutes over the limit that I wanted to go. But I'm gonna listen like to number 10 minutes. We're at 124. At 134, I'm gonna stop it, and then I will continue the rest of this in another live. Or I'm gonna just leave it to y'all. And just, it depends. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna continue the rest of it on another live, because y'all get the whole purpose of this. I might just leave it there. So I'm not gonna make no promises.
Conversation in my first movie, just because I am committed to laughs. The only way I made it past those 300 comedians, I didn't tell you this. What it required is I had to watch all 300 comedians 10 times a piece. I watched your set 10 times of you performing, whoever you were. And then I counted how many laughs you got every time you did these amount of minutes. So if you told me this comedian and told me he did 30 minutes, I could tell you that he got 26 laughs in that 30 minutes because I had done the numbers on everybody. So I didn't just say I was funnier. I knew I was funnier than the comic you liked, and I could tell you how many jokes funnier I was because that's how we judge stand-up. You do 15 minutes, I do 15 minutes. How do I know I'm funnier than you? Because you got 6 laughs and I got 16. I'm almost 3.
He studied everybody. Like I said a minute ago, I said it. He did his research. He studied everybody. And then he's like, all right, now I can sit here and I can play the character. I mean, not the character. I could sit here and make my own, like, all right, this is what's funny for you. This is what's funny for me.
Times better than you, low-key boy. But I'm never gonna tell you the formula. So you gonna keep just going out there telling jokes, not understanding that I psychologically, the audience by 10 years is convinced that I'm funnier than you. They just don't know why. Because I'm putting out more content, better.
I had Terry Crews on here. He said at the time that you did the movie, you were homeless. Is that true?
This was my situation. 5 months prior to me getting this first audition for Friday After Next, I got this baby son. I'm holding him up above me. He grabs my little chain. He's playing with it and he accidentally drops it. It breaks out my front 2 teeth. I'm in a situation now where when I go to the dentist, they telling me this gonna cost thousands and thousands of dollars to fix this right. They're not telling me what it's gonna look like. I go get an estimate with no money involved, find out what I need to do. They find out you got a tumor in your upper jaw, so we're gonna have to do a whole surgery for you.
Damn.
It's gonna be $100.
Yeah, them tumors in the upper jaws ain't no joke. I know a couple people that had them, and the surgeries are not cheap. If you don't have no insurance, yo, I know where he's coming from.
I don't have it. And I'm only gonna have this check from this movie. So while I'm doing this movie, we live in this trailer. This is where we live. So when they come to work at 5 in the morning, we already there. When they leave at night, we still there. We just double back because we understood that this is our one opportunity. And we have this opportunity to change our lives, just like a young man going for the draft.
Right.
We can actually get in the league with this. There are 30 comedians on this cast. They're all magnificent. This is the holy grail of the situation. So yeah, I was able to make sure that, because it wasn't just my first movie, it was KD Albert's first movie. It was Terry Crews' first movie.
Absolutely.
I was the leader of this group, which meant that we didn't do their rehearsals. They did rehearsal. We did our own rehearsals daily to make sure that we were at the level of professional actors, which is what made it so egregious. That guy saying, I was supposed to, you were supposed to what?
Katt, he did have a good part in the movie, man. The Santa Claus was funny, man.
The dude said the entire time we were filming, I can't play this role. They got a bandana over my nose and my mouth. My family not even gonna know who this is.
Yo,
So, yeah, tell your
he
story.
roasting. He roasting.
Terry Crews also said that you guys had a lot of conversation, that this was your opportunity and you needed to seize this moment.
As he should.
Terry had the benefit of having been in some very high profile situations already and took L's.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had been in the league, you know what I mean? He had done pro wrestling. He had done a lot of things. He had been televised and some things that hadn't worked.
Right.
And this was just fortuitous for him. And now you know what nobody has ever said in the whole industry in 20 years about, you know, the whole Money Mike not getting raped in the bathroom.
Right.
So I understood going in that there's no reason. I lost for a 5-year period, every single movie that Kevin Hart did was a movie that had been on my desk that all I had said was, just, can we take some of this step and fetch it shit out? And then I can do it. Like, it don't need to be overtly homosexual because I'm not homosexual, right? It doesn't need that to be funny, right? And me saying that and them going, oh yeah, no problem. And then going to give it to this other guy and having him do it just like it was. And acting like I'm a bad person because I keep standing on my standard. But
that's the fact. You stand 10 toes down on what you believe in. Like, there's no way in hell. Like, look, listen, man, if I believe that I'm not, if I was a man, right, which I'm not, but I don't know, a lot of men have said this, but there's no way in hell that if I feel as though I'm not gonna wear, I don't feel comfortable wearing a dress. I don't like wearing dresses. How can you try to? Nah, I'm not doing this. I'm out. There's no money in this world. Like, it's the same way. I'm a woman, and I'm not down with no type of rape thing. Like, if you want me in this casting, there's not going to be, listen, I'm not going to play the role of nobody sex trafficking or anything. You're going to have a role for me where I'm sitting here and I'm bringing awareness to something. I'm spreading some knowledge. Listen, it could be some comedy. I don't care. As long as it doesn't have nothing to do with the groping, molestation, you're not going to see me playing them type of roles. It goes against everything I believe in.
yeah, it's interesting, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, again, I'm on the winning side of these decisions.
You know, look, I've had Cube, I've talked to Cube, and a lot of people say Cube doesn't pay. What's your relationship with Cube, and what did that opportunity mean for you?
Well, the ungrateful bastards that would say anything about Cube's payment, you shouldn't even talk to them anymore. Like, you don't go to Goodwill. You don't go to a Goodwill thrift store and go, look at all this cheap ass shit. Why don't you shut up? Why don't you?
And it's crazy because Cube did say, yo, he said it was a low budget film. Like, you can't complain about it. Yo, they made it up, and look how far Cube has made. See, yo, people be worried about the wrong stuff, and it happens, especially out here in the real world. Like, y'all keep making these kids think that it's all about just making the money and spending it. Nah, man. How about responsibility? You see where I'm coming from? Like, they took their time with everything, and they had patience. They had patience, and Cube waited for his time. So at the end of the day, he didn't rush into it like a lot of these actors did. Y'all keep forgetting everything that goes up must come down. And when you just faking it to make it, you're going to crash harder.
You shut up. You could have went to Hermes. Why you didn't go to Balenciaga? Why you didn't get a bowl to the Balmain? You want to have that conversation? What you mean?
Why he ain't go to a higher paying role? Like, shit. And then you're not forced to sell your soul. You're not forced to sit here and, give up that dark spot where the sun don't shine.
Independent black dude who's filming it partly out of his fucking pocket. What do you mean he didn't pay you enough? They weirdos. That felt like they.
Facts, especially when it's coming out of his pockets. You're supposed to become your own boss, but you want to become a servant. It's like the people out here. They forget about the legislators, right? But they want to sit here and just worry about the president. They want to see which one they're going to obey. Which one is going to sit here and pull their string. Which one they're going to say yes, master, to. Come on, like, it's fuck if you do, fuck if you don't.
They earned the opportunity because they were big. No, yeah. I understood.
That ain't no $200 million movie. Well, I mean, how much did you expect you was going to make?
Facts.
Well, I made enough to get them teeth fixed just like you did.
Yeah.
So it was no harm, no foul. I knew that I was going to go from there, and there was no
turning back for Katt Williams.
Well, here's the thing. I wrote it. What I'm saying if I did it and I did a good job at it, you can thank me. I was involved.
Right.
I'm not going to come later on and tell you, I never even read the whole script. So
he said it right there. He said I was involved. For those of y'all that were like, oh, he said he had parts of the whole script. No, he said he wrote it. He wrote his part. Ice Cube backed him up on it.
How you know what roles? What do you mean you never read the like these guys' whole job is to present something, unfortunately. and I'm just not a presenter. If you ask me a question, I'm just going to tell you the truth of how it went.
Would you be willing to do another Friday?
Cube already asked me to write it. I was supposed to have been writing it. This is what these guys are mad about. Like, we lost some great people before this movie could come out regardless. Right. And so, yes, there desperately needs to be one. But we miss John Witherspoon in a way that can't really be quantified, if I'm being honest with you. And the Chris...
Yeah, may he rest in peace to John Witherspoon, but do y'all think they could do another Friday without him? Yo, he was the funniest, yo.
Tucker that we got now is Epstein Island Chris Tucker. Oh, not...
Yo, he just said Chris Tucker's Epstein. He's basically... Is he trying to say that Chris Tucker's sex trafficking? Human trafficking? Is either... Oh, shit. I'm going to have to start doing some research.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Whew. If I didn't know no better, I'd tell you he's the greatest. I don't care what you say. To be confident and not delusional is a real skill. Most of these confident people we see is really delusional.
Well, you don't think they asked Chris Tucker to come back in the second Friday?
They did. I know he's being sarcastic and that's right, but if y'all go look at it, they did ask him to come back, but I think Chris Tucker around that time allegedly went the religious way.
Smokey was all in Smokey. There ain't no Friday without Smokey.
Right.
We all agree to that. And there's no next Friday without Friday. And there's no Friday after next without
Friday. We talk about the road because you said that they don't...
Here's the thing. Okay. Here's the thing. Chris was allowed to make the decision. At the time that this is happening, Katt Williams is known for smoking weed. Willie Nelson is known for smoking weed. Right. Snoop's known for smoking weed, but none of us is really known except Willie. And I'm saying Chris Tucker didn't want to be the poster child for smoking weed. He don't smoke weed like that.
Right.
He in the church. He Michael Jackson's best friend. Chris.
Yeah, I said it. They offered him, but he was in his little religious bag. And they can't, I don't think, me personally, I don't know about y'all, but they need Smokey. They need Smokey and Craig.
Christmas. Michael Jackson called him Christmas. You ever met a man that gave you a little nickname like that?
No.
Me neither.
Well, all right, I'm gonna stop it right there. Shout out to Club Shay for those of y'all that wanna, if y'all haven't seen the interview, which I don't know, it's kind of like difficult to believe y'all ain't see the interview the way this went viral. But if you haven't, Club Shay has the interview. Make sure y'all sub up, check him out. But give me 1 second, real quick, because y'all understand the purpose of why I'm doing this live, as y'all can see. Now, I know that a lot of the youth is gonna understand. I'm gonna have a lot of the adults acting like kids, pretending like, oh snap, like we all know what's happening. But y'all have your own conclusions and everything. But the youth right here, right now, are the ones being confused, and this has been broken down by different people. So shout out to all those that broke down this interview. Where am I at with it? Over here. To the point where, they did comparisons, from our how we are here in our communities and stuff like that, to how these celebrities live their lives and much more. Hold on 1 second. I'm looking for the video right here. Oh, snap. Hold on. I got to do Papa Duck. You've done a couple of videos. Where have I been at? Damn, I've been caught up. Oh, snap, Papa Duck. But I want y'all to see this. What Papa Duck said about Katt Williams. And I want y'all to really listen carefully, because, right, We don't all agree to what everybody says. Now, those that agree to what everybody is saying is like, yes, yes, this, yes, that. I agree with you. And you don't see nothing wrong with what I'm saying. I think there's a problem with you. Like, get mad at me, hate me, whatever. But I know that at times I can be wrong. That's why I don't get mad when somebody says, oh, that's not right. That's not true. All right, listen, tell me what the truth is then. Help me find it. We're not going to argue. We're not going to fight. Show me the truth. That's it. It's that simple. And if it's not the truth, then look, listen, man, go that way. The fuck is you telling me this for?
You know what time it is. If you seen the thumbnail to this video, yes, this is about Katt Williams. And listen, before we get into it, this video is sponsored by Ubuntu Apparel. Make sure y'all go to ubuntuapparel.com and grab you some gear, man. Listen, man. First, I want to double salute Katt Williams for coming out and having the balls to speak against Hollywood, okay?
I told y'all when I think in the first or the second live that I did, I said it. I said Katt Williams has his cojones in his place. And I told everybody, yo, man, it's crazy because I be telling everybody, people think I'm looking for followers. No, 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 no. That's not what I'm looking for. Followers cannot bring solutions to the table. I'm looking for leaders. And y'all just heard Katt Williams, yo. And I just got to that part. I didn't hear it before. How he was saying he's looking for people to become their own bosses. And if y'all go back to hearing what I say, what I speak on, I'll be telling people I'm looking for leaders. I want these kids to become their own bosses. Y'all not seeing that part?
Now, if everything he's saying is true or false, I don't know. But we do know Hollywood, or should I say Hollyweird, we know how they play. Okay? Look at your boy Harvey Weinstein. We talking about one of the biggest producers in Hollywood. That's a sex offender. There's so many people. I'm talking about countless people came out talking against this dude and what he tried to get. Even Katt Williams spoke about him. He ain't the first. He ain't the last. How many of these young stars, Disney stars, spoke out about what goes on in Hollywood?
Facts. Y'all didn't see how the CEO of Disney now got exposed. How that lady, I forgot what her name was. Damn, I think I talked about it too. How she is trying to just spread a certain agenda, and she's hitting it hard with a lot of the movies because she's with the LGBT community, and it's crazy that I'm not here to offend nobody, but a lot of people that are really gay are fighting against the LGBT community. They're fighting it. And I'm like, they're like, don't put me in the same category with the LGBT community. I'm me. I'm gay. I like this. I like that. Or I'm a lesbian. But whatever, they're speaking up and they're fighting against them too.
Macaulay Culkin spoke about it. Okay, so what I'm saying is, I don't think what he's saying is all false. There's some truth to that shit. Because if you know anything about Hollywood, they're not putting you in a position because you can act. Or
Facts. I don't think that none of these new celebrities, none of these new rappers, none of these new lyricists, none of these new comedians, they wasn't born with the talent. They were, the talent was put in them. I hope y'all can understand that.
Or because you can sing, or because you can rap. That don't mean shit. There's plenty of people that can act, rap, and sing. They put you in position because they know you're gonna follow and do what they say do as a good boy.
And that's what you call a plant, a Hollywood plant.
That means they build you up of influence. They doing Drake the same way. Anytime they need Drake to do something, an election come, they'll make Drake sit out there and say, go vote, even though they know voting is some bullshit. But look how many people look up to that shit. So by the time you 35, 40, you be like, fuck voting. Guess what? They got new artists, new influencers, rappers, actors, and all this shit saying, go vote.
And that's what's happening now. How many of y'all are in the same age category as me, or probably a little older? And I'm not hitting for the ones that are in their 20s or in their mid 20s, watching or something like that. I'm talking about how many of y'all hit y'all 30s or probably older and are realizing, like, damn, voting don't mean shit. Want to know why I'm not including the youth? Why I'm not including some people in their 20s? Because a lot of them have already come to a realization that voting, what's the point in it? See, we're forgetting, and I'm gonna hit it. Voting would work if we could sit here and find a way to change the people that, that are the legislators, those that, the ones in Congress, the ones that are sitting here writing these bills and having the president, the mayor, and them sign it off, agree to it, disagree, whatever it is. Those are the ones we should be aiming for. But you know what? Y'all too scared. You know what we could do, right? It's like Jennifer Lewis said. Take away their funds before they take away our sons. And we're doing nothing more than just giving them our sons. And half of y'all are selling y'all sons.
Oh, so they're not talking about you. You don't already been conditioned, or you don't already went through that brainwashing, and you came out on the other side. But I'm telling you that they build these people up to use them.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody looking towards them. They could put. Let me say something.
Basically, they're nothing more than just a Build-A-Bear.
Music and entertainment is one of the biggest things they use for influence.
Facts.
And I'm telling you, man, Katt put it on the line. Same way as Kanye West, he put it on the line. How many, like I say, a lot of people just be talking. How many people you know that's in Hollywood know about this shit that ain't put it on the line? That's what I'm talking about. So we got to embrace this. When people in them spaces come out and speak about these things, we need to embrace that shit. Look what Taraji P said. Man, y'all think that lady lying? I think that lady on here crying about this shit. See, one thing about it, like I say,
They try
business
to
is your father, religion is your mother. If you know,
and that's a fact. Like Taraji P. Henson is speaking up. Her and Monique have teamed up, and they talking against Tyler Perry, against Oprah, and all that. Like, yo, everybody should have been did it. They shouldn't have waited. Look, listen, I'm with Taraji P. Henson on this, but I'm gonna cut it down the middle. I felt as though she should have been joined Monique when she was talking about equal payment. Because it's right. These two women deserve to get paid what they, should get paid. And for the people that be like, oh, why she didn't go over there? It's not like she went and acted for the role. They came to give her the role. See, they came to these ladies for the role. So why not give them what they are owed, what they're worth, what they worked for? Come on, let's make it make sense. It's a little deeper than that. And, when I get more people interacting with me, more people talking, more people leaving their comments, we could start doing the podcasts and stuff like that. When I said the memberships and all that, once I'm able to do it, and we could really talk about it. But people are scared to touch these subjects, and a lot of people just can't give their opinion. And when you give an opinion, a lot of people get in their bag. That's the crazy part about it. But like I said, we could really talk about it. Like, these are subjects that do need to be talked about, the equal payments and much more. I don't want to keep going into panels hearing about, oh, women deserve this, women deserve that, women deserve this. How about us women need to get treated like men? I don't think we really want to get treated like the men do, because then we'll get chased down by the cops. Y'all see that? Y'all want equal. How about that? Like, let's flip the scripts. Would y'all like it to be, walking down the street as a black woman or as a Hispanic woman, and then just out of nowhere, you got cops chasing you, throwing you on the ground, trying to arrest you for every little thing you're just thought of as just a thug? Just picture it. We need to fight for what we need to fight for and keep it at that.
You ever had a business or LLC where you've been taxed? I mean, taxed. Then you don't understand. I'm not being disrespectful, but if you work, your taxes get took out before you even see it. We talking about getting $1 million, and a bitch want 300,000 of that.
Facts.
Depending on what state you in, they damn near want half of that. See what I'm saying? So when a bitch say, "Oh, they say she worth 12 million," that don't mean she got 12 million.
Facts.
I'm trying to tell you. Look what Torrance Howard said.
Terrence Howard. But it's a fact. A lot of these celebrities speak about this. Like, y'all keep thinking they don't go through struggles like us. They don't go through heartbreaks. They don't go through depression. They don't go through none of that. And they do. Y'all keep putting them in pedestals and putting, like, I don't get it. Like, y'all worse than the people in Hollywood. Y'all with it. And this is not up to everybody. I'm just speaking in general. But if their shoe fits, wear that bitch.
That's how I said. That man said he got $12,000 for motherfucking hustling for. Look what the actors on the first Friday had got. Not no disrespect to Q, but look at all the actors, what they got. I see why Chris Tucker ain't come back. Pops came out and he said it. Man, they got $5,000, man. $5,000. But what you got to understand is you got so many people fighting to be in that industry. You got people leaving their hometown, flying out, living in California in fucking hotels and cars, trying to make it. Bro, this is the devil's playground. If you know what Hollywood stood for, Hollywood comes from a holly tree. And when you burn it, it makes you hallucinate. This shit is all smoke and mirrors, baby. All magic. And I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, it's some weird shit that go on. Because like I say, when we look at what Harvey Weinstein and all the rest of these little
pay attention,
kinky, freaky motherfuckers are doing, it is ritual for them. This is a ritual. See, this shit go well beyond what you might think or what you might know. This is ritual for them. And that goes the same for a lot of other.
And for those of y'all that
You
might
don't
think that Papa Duck don't know what he's talking about, Papa Duck used to be in the industry. Like, he started speaking about this when he started getting offers, I guess, and stuff like that. And I'm going to say I guess because I wasn't there. I could only go by what he is saying. I cannot speak for him. I'm just repeating what he said.
I'm not being disrespectful, but if you work, your taxes get took out before you even see it. We talking about getting $1 million and a bitch want 300,000 of that. Depending on what state you in, they damn near want half of that. See what I'm saying? So when a bitch say, "Oh, you worth," they say she worth 12 million. That don't mean she got 12 million. I'm trying to tell you. Look what Terrence Howard said. Terrence Howard said. That man said he got $12,000 for motherfucking hustling for. Look what the actors on the first Friday had got. Not no disrespect to Q, but look at all the actors, what they got. I see why Chris Tucker ain't come back. Pops came out and he said it. Man, they got $5,000, man. $5,000. But what you got to understand is you got so many people fighting to be in that industry. You got people leaving their hometown, flying out, living in California in fucking hotels and cars, trying to make it. Bro, this is the devil's playground. If you know what Hollywood stood for, Hollywood comes from a holly tree. And when you burn it, it makes you hallucinate. This shit is all smoke and mirrors, baby. All magic. And I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, it's some weird shit that go on. Because like I say, when we look at what Harvey Weinstein and all the rest of these little kinky, freaky motherfuckers are doing, it is ritual for them. This is a ritual. See, this shit go well beyond what you might think or what you might know. This is ritual for them. And that goes the same for a lot of other private organizations, Skull and Bones. I can name it. Listen, they already shadow banning me on Facebook. I'm finna get another Facebook, but I'm trying to watch what I say, but y'all just got to.
And that's true. Listen, y'all keep thinking that we just could come in here and say whatever we want. No, we could say whatever we want because listen, what I tell people is freedom of speech is not freedom of speech no more. Like, yo, this is America. This is America where you got to pay for water, even the air you breathe.
Don't judge a
This is America, land of the free, where you gotta pay for water, even the air you breathe. Y'all screaming Black Lives Matter, turn around and watch our kids die and cry and ask why. They gotta fly high. Now we gotta be strong enough to storm the weather. Y'all weak, y'all fold under pressure. Now y'all went and lost your treasure. Oh my, look at the oppressor, dressed as a professor, calls himself a hitman, missed his target and got banned. Now he's tomorrow's trend, all for a brand. Don't act surprised. Y'all can stand. Y'all knew the plan. Y'all know that friend with that itchy hand ready to see you go missing? Damn, what a scam. The whole time they was listening. They was just a part of the plan. Got us on a mission, on go mode and ready to rant. And that's how it really be here. Oh shit. Some people may get offended. Some people may agree with what I'm saying. Some people may disagree with what I'm saying.
You got to tune in. You feel what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is this. Look at what Shannon Sharp said, the one who was interviewing him. He said out his own mouth, who for $50 million, who? Shit, I would have whooped the whoop. That's how they get you. They say money move mountains, right? They use money to do whatever it is they're trying to do. This is a very simple system. We give you this in order to make money the way we exchange services and goods. We print the shit, so we got a countless amount of it, but we got a system to where I don't care if I give you $5 million. Eventually, it's going to circulate back to me. The United States.
Listen carefully.
The government and the powers that be. I'm talking about the motherfuckers that you don't know exist. The ones you know exist, they puppets. I'm talking about the Orsini family. I'm talking about people you never heard of, don't know exist, got all the power in the world. I
Right.
told y'all it's a gray pope, it's a white pope, and it's a black pope.
But y'all
The
sleep.
rabbit hole goes deep. I'm talking deep. Double salute.
Papa Duck, they don't want to hear that shit. That's why I be telling everybody, y'all, if y'all still in bed, stay the fuck sleep. You can't walk around here blindfolded. People can't handle the truth, like Lil Boozy said. The truth is in our faces. We just can't handle it. So on that note, that's all the time that I got. I hope everyone has a blessed and humble day. I hope everyone continues to have a blessed and humble day. Like I said, this is the Writers for Life podcast. We're not here to judge. We're not here to bring nobody down. We're here to bring awareness, and we're here to bring solutions. And if you can't do that, listen, this is not the place for you. I already know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And one thing I can say for sure is that I stand for something and I fall for nothing. I will not change the way that I run things on the platform. I will not change the way I do my lives. I will continue to do my lives the way that I am doing them. And I'm not going to stop. It has been working for me so far, and this long, I have been reaching the youth the way I wanted to reach them. I'm getting a lot of them to see things differently, and that right there is what matters. That I am able to reach these kids the way that a lot of people on here say they want to, but end up getting distracted or just give up or just don't care. They probably doing it because they coming on here and they think they can. No, stop thinking about the money. Start thinking about the difference that you can make. Start really thinking about that, because I'm using social media for what it was really intended to be. Now think about that.